morning, everybody. Good morning. We are live. Sorry I am so late this morning. It is because Rufus has now headed down south, and he's literally just left as we've come on the stream. He was just packing up the car and everything. So yes, he has in fact headed off down to go and do family things and look after family down south for the next 10 days at least. So yeah, it's all a bit, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. But I could easily cry right now. So anyway, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I do hope you are all well. I'm just trying to see, do I want this one up? There we go. Look at that. Coffee and makeup. Good morning. In fact, let's not have one of these. I'm trying to turn off the bit where I've got the Ouija flip on. How do I do that? Do you know this system? So yes, good morning, everyone. Ed Edgerton, good morning. Yes, bit grumpy today. You are sorry about that, Ed. I hope you're okay, my darling. I am totally emotional right now because literally he's just got in the car and driven off. So yeah, that's a thing that's just happened. So I'm fine, honestly. Oh dear God. There we go. Show display names. That's what I was looking for. So yes, Nanette, you're sorry, Ed. Sending hugs from you and Ferry Holly Willoughby. Thank you, my darling. Same to you. I hope everybody is well this fine and dandy Thursday morning. It's going to be a bit strange now. We have not spent, and except when it was in hospital, we have not spent any time apart since we were together. Literally every night, every day. So I can't even formulate words as to how I'm feeling, to be honest. But anyway, it's all fine. He's doing a good thing. It's only for a couple of months maximum. He'll be back up, not this weekend, but next weekend at some point. So yeah, it is what it is. It's just what you do when parents are poorly. You know what I mean? It's like they spend all their life when we were all kids, looking after us. And so sometimes you've just got to return the favor, don't we? So that's that. So yes, Kirsty's here. Good morning, Kirsty, my darling. Good morning, my darling. Honestly, it's all good. It's all good. It's just because he's literally just walked out. He's literally not walked out, but you know what I mean? He's literally just driven off. And I did that sad, pathetic wife thing, where you're just like, bye, waving at the car as it goes up the street. And I'm like, bye, drive well, ring me. It's like, oh my God, how much more dramatic and bloody over the top can I possibly be? But yes, yeah, it's a bit weird. The dogs haven't realised yet. The dogs think she's just gone shopping or something. So yeah, no tears. He'll be back before you know it. I know he will, darling. Hi, Patricia, my darling, over on Facebook. I hope you are well, my love. I really do. Hi, my darling. He will be. Yeah, he will be. But it's just one of those things, isn't it? It's just one of those things. Everybody's saying good morning to each other. Good morning, everybody. So yeah, it's all good. I've got me coffee. I sent him on his way with a coffee and a regular. I know this is going to sound. Oh, he had a regular Diet Pepsi. Yes, he had a regular Diet Pepsi and a Pepsi Max in the car because obviously neither of us slept last night. I don't know whether you can. The bags under my eyes and the piss holes in the snow kind of gives it away. But neither of us slept last night, so that was a thing. That was a thing that happened. We didn't sleep very well at all. I had the weirdest dream. I know, right? You love it when people tell you their dreams. But no, listen, right? I was in Camden, down there in London, right? I was in Camden and I was looking through Camden Market, but it wasn't like the proper market, and was absolutely desperately trying to find nose studs. Because I was going to a goth night or something, and it was one of these things where I was just like desperately trying to find a nose stud, and everywhere was being closed. Everywhere was like, it's the end of the day, oh, we're packed up. And I was like, I woke up going, what? You know, it's just like, what? And I know why it is, because I keep getting emails from Killstar, and they keep sending me, the latest thing they've sent me is Killstar have got a new range coming out. Kirsty, you might like this, right? It is inspired by 80s goth metal, 80s like emo kids, right? That is what it is inspired by. You know, the trousers that were like sucked in at the waist and then just went down like a letter A? They're all back, apparently. They are all back in the goth alternative circuit. So yeah, that was a thing. That was a thing. Oh gosh, right. Not that Rufus is noisy, but it definitely seems quieter today. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird. It's very strange. Just the energy is different. The vibe is different. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Patricia said, hang on, let me go through the messages. I need to get, where did I put the tablet last night? Because I need to get the tablet on so I can have you here as the camera. And then, oh gosh, look at this. You can tell we went to Slimming World yesterday. Oh Lord. But yes, it is a little bit strange. It is a little bit strange, to be honest with you. It really is. Let me, come on, thank you. Come on, tablet. And we've booked phone calls and things. It's like, ring me when you get there, ring me tonight. You're never alone, we're here for you. Thank you, my darling. You're feeling emotional as well today. Should we just have a good old cry fest today? Because you're really poorly and haven't really slept for the last 4 or 5 nights. Oh my God, my darling, I know the feeling, trust us. We have been running on adrenaline and exhaustion, I think. You know, where you kind of, when your adrenaline runs out, you just collapse because you're exhausted. So yes, Anita's here. Good morning, Anita. Hello, my darling. I hope you are well. Working hard, as we can see. Working hard or hardly working? No, those trousers are back. Killstar are doing them. Killstar are selling them. So that's really cool. Also, I've just had my first delivery. I know this is for the other channel, of my new monthly subscription-y thing, what I have done. Oh, I've done so much this last week. I could tell you about the things that I have been doing and the stupid things I have been doing. So what have we got? We've got the Art Nouveau Tarot deck. Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. I think now that's the full deck. Oh, no, it is. Okay. So we've got... Oh, I don't know. Look, we've got lots of different decks and things here. And also, I'm supposed to be getting the Starman deck, which is the David Bowie deck as well. But yes, that's going to be interesting. So then, everybody, I do have some plans for today. I did yeah, I do have it here. I have a little makeup bag here, and this makeup bag is the one that I use for Wet and Wild. So we're going to do a Wet and Wild day. It's the last Monday, I think. No, it's not. The last Thursday. That's the right day today. The last Thursday of budget month, we are going to be doing the last of the budget brands that I really do like. I know... like Technic is a brand, and we did one day. Yeah. Profusion is another budget brand. I don't actually have. I think I've got one Profusion palette in the collection. So yeah. It's one of those things. Unfortunately, it's one of those things that I don't have an awful lot of budget brands. I tend to be, you know, once I found Revolution, it was always like, oh my God, I'm just going to use Revolution because they are the budget brand that does it all. You missed them trousers. Think you had about 2 or 3 pairs. I had a pair in black and a pair in like denim blue, and I loved them. Even now, my preference is still boot cut or wide cut trousers, you know, that still kind of have that slight flare. Even the jeans I'm wearing today kind of are wider at the leg than they are at the thigh, or wider at the ankle rather, I should say, because they are just, for me, that is just my childhood. Well, it's not even my childhood. That's the sad thing. I was running a shop where I met Neil, or rather that was in the first shop, and then I was running a second shop when those were the fashions. So yeah, I wasn't even a child. Let's have a look. What does Kirsty say? Kirsty says, they're not good when you're vertically challenged though, Ed. Always made you look even shorter. Yeah, they are. You have to be tall to wear them properly. You have to be like fairly tall. But yeah, they're back. And so I've got my Oh, it's not. I was about to say I've got my Sisters of Mercy top on, but I haven't. It is it's the Killstar top. I thought I had a Sisters of Mercy t-shirt on. That shows you, doesn't it? Right, let's have a little look see. So I am going to attempt to right, I'm going to attempt to open this with tap three dots. Oh, sorry, everyone. Opening Chrome. There we go. Trying to open this in the tablet so I can pull this up. So yes. So then that's what we're going to do today, right? It's. I'm a bit all over the place, more so than usual. I know everybody's like, what? But we're just going to do coffee and we're going to do makeup and coffee. That's what we're going to do. So yes, no major problem there. There we go. Is that going to happen all the time? I don't know why StreamYard does that. Right, so we're not going to do that then. Sorry, everybody, we're not going to do that today. So then, right, what makeup am I going to put on my face? First of all, I need to do my skincare. You can tell, how stupid is this, right? On a normal Thursday morning, he's in the other room asleep, right? And he doesn't play any part in this stream. There's literally nothing in this stream that he does, right? Nothing at all that he does in the stream. However, the minute he's literally not here, the minute he's just driven off, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing without him. Oh. I'm a strong, independent woman, bitch. I don't need no man. I really do. I really do. Oh, lordy. Oh, Ed, you killed a pair when you was on your push iron. What's a push iron? What's a push iron? Do you mean, what's a push iron? Just like an iron. What's that? That's very strange. It's getting your dog interested. What, that echoing noise? Yes, sorry, everyone. Good morning, Ness, little Miss Budget. I'm going to do your tag. Hang on, I've got messages coming up on screen. What's that about? I can't post comments to Facebook. Okay, I wasn't going to anyway. But yes, I'm going to do the palette tag, the palette lovers tag. I'm going to do that. I watched your video and I was like, oh, I don't even think in my ridiculous eyeshadow collection that I have a palette that is half neutrals, half colourful, depending on what your definition of neutrals is. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. But I will definitely have a go at doing that tag. Right, can we not all go? Oi! Everybody, you get out of his bed. Right, hold on. I've got to sort the dogs. Right. Okay. Ruby, move. No. Out of the bed. Out of your bed. Out of your bed. Okay, all right. Go in your bed then, Alfie. Go in your bed then. If you're going to go into bed, that's absolutely fine. And then, Eddie, you get to run around and play and eat all the biscuits. Because the girls have gone to bed. They have. Well, there you are then. That's what they wanted to do today. The girls wanted to go to bed, so they've gone to bed. I don't know why. It's just me and you, mister. Me and you. Oh, it's just us. Oh, mister. Oh, look how big he's getting now. I know, right? We used to sit like this and he could barely reach my nose, and now he's over the top of my head. Aren't you, mister? Oh, yes. He goes, I like a cuddle. Now I'm done. Oh no. Oi. If they're in their bed, you've got to leave them be. They don't want to play at the moment. Oh, it's going to be one of those days. They can all sense that things are a little bit weird. Yeah, I saw that, Ness. I also looked at Nikki Raven's video and also the other one that you linked in as well. So yeah, I've watched a few of them. I don't know what palette I've got that would be neutrals, and because the only palette I've got that would be like neutrals and a pop of color is the James Charles one. But I'm using this for something else on the palette tag. So yes. Anyway, let's start as we always do with a bit of skincare. So. You all right? Are you all right? What was that? We just no, no snuggies, no doggy snuggies. No, we don't do doggy snuggies. That's nice, isn't it? It's nice. No doggy snuggies. Yeah. Right then, first of all, let's have some coffee. What are you all drinking, everybody? What is everybody on today? I am drinking some instant coffee shite from something. I've got the ABH palette, that's neutrals. Which one? Yeah, but the tag is you've got to have a half neutral, half colourful palette. So yeah, that's the tag. So you've got to, the idea is that it's like half of one, half of the other. And I don't think, why is this light washing me out so much today? I don't think I have a palette that's like that, to be honest. There we go. Let's put the yellow bit on. I know, right? You saw every pore in my skin then, didn't you? Every single pore. What? But he is Anita. He is absolutely since you had your makeup on since 9:30. Oh my God, Nate. Ness, a coffee bag for you. Need to try and get some energy from somewhere. Yeah, I've got this is just Aldi instant whatever, like Arabica or Italian. One of those two, one of their like special quality. Will you leave my tarot things alone? I haven't even looked at that yet. I'm trying to eat that. That's naughty. He's going to bark. He's going to go, no. Right, let's have a look. Sprite 0 for you, Nanette. That's good. Eddie! That's literally like, just no. Just no. Right, so let's do some skincare. Let's whack some stuff on my face and let's have a general chat, I guess. I didn't put any syrup in it. And on its own, the coffee it's a bit, because I'm so used to like my super strength coffee these days. I've just shoved everything here in this corner. Because I'm used to everything just being like super strong coffee. That just tastes like dishwater, to be honest. It really does. But anyway, it's fine. We love. I nearly said we love Nettos. There's a blast from the past. You've been up for an hour, Nanette. We've been up for a little while. We had to sort the car out, sort his Slimming World bags and everything else that he was taking down with him, and other bits from the fridge that I just don't eat that he does. So sorted all that out. Rocky, Dr. Scott, Rocky, Brad, Janet, Rocky, Dr. Scott, Rocky, Brad, Janet, Rocky, Dr. Scott, Rocky, Brad, Janet. You've got to do it 3 times, otherwise it doesn't count. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch Rocky Horror, the original, not any other version. But yeah, go watch it. It's amazing. Right, let's do the morning ritual. Let's put some shit on my face. I think I can probably say that now. All of the live streams, all of our weigh-in live streams are getting demonetized by their YouTube. And I don't know why, because we don't swear. We literally go, hi, this is what weight we've lost this week. And it doesn't work. Should we not have a rendition in honor of Meat's passing? I don't know. I'm a bit torn because by all accounts he was an anti-vaxxer and died of COVID. And he hadn't had any jabs or vaccine. And you just like, that's completely unnecessary. Like, I'm not being funny, but like, there is a vaccine. You could not be dead right now. It is your own Republican Trump-supporting idioticness, that has meant you're dead. Like, you could still be here. You could be doing that tour that you apparently were going on a thing for, and that documentary and all of the stuff. That would have been amazing. You could have still done it, and you could have still toured, and everybody was like, "Yay, you've lost 77 pounds, and this is going to be amazing." And look, and actually, you're a bloody anti-vaxxer. So, yes. Anyway, Argyle locks on my face first. I've got to say, this stuff, I don't know if it's working. The other stuff from The Ordinary was very good. I don't know if this is the same. If it's a less concentrated, I don't know. This is the one from Skin Labo, but it's fine. I don't think I'll get it again because it just feels like I'm putting water on my face with a little bit of something ever so slightly sticky in it. So yeah, but I will definitely get the ordinary one once this one runs out. Although I do have that, I do have another skincare one. And did you know Rockerbox has got some more mystery boxes? There's 4. And they're on the way to me. I know. I know. But it's for a video. It's fine. It's for a video. If they do a rocket, you see, the thing is, right? If they do a mystery box or a series of mystery boxes every 2 or 3 months, if they do 4 mystery boxes every 3 months, I'm going to end up with more skincare and more stuff than I would get on a monthly subscription. So yeah, that's going to be interesting, isn't it? It's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what comes in. They say again that there are 4 different edits, and they're only £7 each, plus £3.95 postage and packing. So I got all 4 for £32. So I didn't think that was too bad a deal, to be honest with you all. And I was also thinking there's birthdays coming up. We've got there's a lot of people I know that are into skincare and things, but also at the end of the day, if there is a load of stuff there that I'm just absolutely not going to use, I can always put it on Depop or eBay or somewhere else. I mean, I keep saying that, and I've been saying that for years, and I never ever have done that. But now I've got. For the next 6 weeks, we're going to be like this, backwards and forwards. Rufus he's determined to come back up every weekend. Not this weekend coming. He won't be up till the end of next week now. There are 4 available, Neat. Yes, Kirsty, listen, there are 4 mystery boxes, right? And I really like getting the mystery boxes because they are fascinating. And you get a good selection, and they are cheaper than getting a monthly subscription. So there were 4 available, so I grabbed all 4 so that people can see what the 4 boxes are. Eddie, stop trying to go in with them. You've got your treat thing, whatever it is you're eating. Do you want to go in your bed? Do you want to go in your bed with a treat? Is that what you want to do? Right, go on then. Go on in your bed, and I'll get you one of your treats. Even though you've got one in your gob. Hang on, everybody. Doggos. Right, go on in your bed. Eddie, bed. Go in your bed. Go on in then. Go in your bed. That doesn't mean jump up on the sofa. Go in your bed, please. Eddie, bed. Go on. Come in here, look. Go in your bed, and then you can get your treats. Here, look. Oh, treats. No, don't. This isn't tug of war with treats. Come on. Here, do you want this then? You can have this as well, but you'll go in your bed. Go on then, in your bed. Go on then, in there. Go on then. There you are. Good boy. Lots of treats. Oh, gosh. Hang on, everyone. Oh, dear. Right, there we go. They've all gone in their beds. Right, is anyone else starting to get a bit suspicious about the fact that Rockerbox seem to be constantly doing these mystery boxes now? Absolutely. I don't know whether it is items that haven't sold well. I don't know whether it's items that didn't go in the boxes. I don't know whether people are unsubbing to Rockerbox and therefore they've got excess stock. But also, it absolutely confirms my theory. You know the theory that last year, because all the spas were shut, that all the spas were just offloading all of their ingredients? Well, the more I've looked into it, the more of the stuff that is in those brands is white label or private label. It absolutely is. And it's basically, there are a series of factories and a series of places that are making all of those products. So whether it is probably Skin Labo, Skin Sapiens, the Symbiosis, all of those ones that are in all the boxes at like £80-90. My guess is, and it is only a guess, allegedly in my opinion, conspiracy if you believe it, it's my research, but my guess is that there's only a few labs that are doing them. and that basically they take a while to get up to speed. And once they're fully up to speed, basically they just do effectively a print run. So they just do a load in that particular packaging with this particular formula, and then they'll stop, reset the formula, reset the packaging for the next brand, and go again, which is fine. You know, that's for skincare. You can kind of understand it. You know, you're going to have various labs. You're not going to, unless you are someone like Estee Lauder or, you know, L'Oreal, you're not going to have your own dedicated lab. So I completely get that. But it does mean that when all those products were made, when the whole world shut down for 2 years and nobody could go to, you know, have hands-on sort of facials and things, at that point, all of that excess stock is sat in a warehouse going off. It's the same as like when we have massive skincare collections. It just sits in our collection and goes off. And so eventually those items get shipped out to the mystery box and to the subscription box people. And I think, in all honesty, because Rockerbox increased their price last year, and because they said they were getting all these higher end brands and then they just didn't appear, I think basically a lot of people unsubbed, and a lot of people were like, you've upped your price by 50% and we're not getting 50% better quality items. And in fact, I think I saw, was it February's box or January's box? And it was like, the value of the box is £68. And you're like, hang on a second, we used to get like one skincare item that was worth more than that. So what's going on? So yeah, so I think that the reason that they're doing so many boxes is because they've got so much stock and they have just bought it up cheap. And there's now like, there's so many crappy sub boxes now, like that Pretty Obsessed one that was rubbish and all of that. But the products are all from previous boxes. So you're thinking that the boxes aren't selling. Absolutely, neat. Absolutely. I totally agree with that. I think a lot of people unsubbed. I think a lot of their special edition boxes have gone nowhere, because why would you pay an extra, like, oh, this is a so-and-so edit of a box, here's 8 items for £40 when you get your 5 items for 15? The economics never made any sense on that. And they released at the back end of last year, I think Rockerbox did 2 or 3 or 4 special edition boxes, one after the other, that they were obviously expecting to sell out. But now, because you've got things like Pretty Obsessed and OK Beauty and Glossy Box and all the rest of the brands, like, they're all competing for the same products. Like it used to be, do you remember back in the day, a couple of years back, that you used to get like a Ren product and you were like, oh, that's Ren. Oh, wow. Or you got an Avant and it was like, oh, I've got an Avant moisturizer. Oh, look at me, I'm so bougie. And then it was like, oh, next month, oh, I've got another Avant one. I don't feel quite as bougie. And then like, oh, Rockerbox. Oh, I've got a Ren. Oh, I've got an Avant. And then you go, oh, yeah, it's just like anything else. Just anything else. And so basically it is a bit bonkers, to be fair. It is absolutely bonkers, to be fair. And it is one of those things where you just go, right, it showed me last year, to be honest, it showed me that none of those brands are worth the retail prices. None of them. Not one of them. Because I used so many different brands, products that were like, yes, Eddie, you wanted to go in there, so you're in there now. So many brands, products that were above the drugstore ranges. And I did not see a massive amount of benefit from like, oh my God, this is a Ren product and it's £89 compared to this is a Dr. Botanicals and it's $14.99. You know what I mean? I didn't see any major changes. So yeah, that I found really interesting. Redcap's here. Good morning to you, Redcap. My screen is doing some very strange things at the moment. I really am struggling to see the comments. Hang on. Where's the... So I don't have... I don't understand. Right, hang on. Am I not in full screen? Oh, there we go. That's why I wasn't in full screen. There we go. Let's have a look. The products will, you don't rate it, Kirsty, but you're waiting to do your FabFit fun. It's got loads of choices for Fenty, Hourglass, and other high-end brands, and it's all full size, no minis. Right, Fenty. Oh, if it's Fenty Skin, avoid. Everybody that I've seen review Fenty Skin has been disappointed. Eddie, what is wrong with you? Eat your rabbit ear, whatever treat thing it is that you've got. Eat that, it's yummy. Delicious. Daddy will be back soon. Everyone has a right to medical freedom. Life is full of right and wrong choices. Unfortunately, sometimes it can cost you your life, which is always sad. Oh, you're talking about meatloaf. I'm sorry, I personally don't agree. Yes, people have got the right to choose what they do with their own life, at which point I'm not going to feel sorry for someone who died because there was a cure to something that they didn't take. That's their stupidity. And like, I love Meatloaf. I used to perform. I used to sing a Meatloaf number. I can still do a mean 2 out of 3 ain't bad. My favorite Meatloaf number. Or Paradise, or, you know, I love his older stuff. I love his newer stuff. I loved him in Rocky. I loved him in Fight Club. I think he was an amazing person. And his politics are fine. Like, he can support whoever the hell he wants to support. But when there is a cure for something, and then he didn't take the cure, and then that something killed him, well, you know, that's your choice, and you're dead. So I'm not going to cry over that. You know, it's sad that he's not here, but that was his choice. Those choices aren't just for the US. That's your biggest grump. Might have to have a gander again at the website. Yes. Oh, what FabFit fun. Yeah, absolutely. Your mum's okay. Just been for a second lot of treatment, which is rough. Her hair's falling out. Yeah, unfortunately that happens. I really can't see the thingy. All Fenty and Hourglass, okay for UK, Kirsty. I've already checked. Plus the Pharmacy Honey Moisturiser, £49 on its own, and it's lovely. Okay, that sounds really cool. It's Fenty makeup, so all good. Right, so of the Fenty makeup I've tried, I like the mascara. I like the eyeliner. I love the lippies. I love the highlighters are good. The stick things work if they're your right shade. Otherwise, they're a bit weird. But there's a cream stick that is phenomenally good as a brightening, not as a concealer, like to cover up spots and things. I'm doing my hemp moisturizer. Not as a concealer for covering up. It doesn't cover up purple under the eye, right? It doesn't. But if you don't have a dark circle, like with me today, like there's a little bit of a dark circle because I've not slept. But if you're just wanting to brighten this, then like the Fenty absolutely works for you. Those matchsticks, covered sticks or something they're called, matchstick. You know the ones I mean. And they're matte stick, I don't know, but there's a matte cream one that is a little bit lighter than my skin tone, and it works so well as a brightening. So instead of using as I say, a concealer, just to brighten with that, it's really nice. And that formula is really, really, really lovely. That's really good. And there is also their Glow Bomb setting powder's really good. Like if you want a slightly sparkly, you say if you're going for a night out and you want just like a slightly glowy, not too micro glittery, but a little bit micro glittery like powder, that's really nice as well. I recommend that. And the eyeshadows, the little snap shadow palettes, I was really impressed with those. The larger palette that I got, that was just their shimmers, that I wasn't impressed with. The quality of those shimmers was really subpar, actually. I was really disappointed for Fenty. I haven't tried their Apple. Is it them that did? No, it wasn't them that did the Apple foundation. The foundation they came out with, I haven't tried that yet because now I found my Maybelline one that I love. I don't want to mess with other foundations because I know KVD have got the Apple one, Fenty foundation, the Glow Bomb or Bomb Glow or something it's called, I can't remember. That one, I haven't tried that one. In Juvia's Place have got foundation as well, and I haven't even tried that. I haven't even looked at those. because once I found my shade in Maybelline and I found the two that work for me, I'm probably going to stick with that, to be honest. Probably going to stick with that. But yes, but yeah, like I must admit, oh, I've just got green moisturizer everywhere. Did you see that? Did you see that? Oh my lord. Oh my lordy, 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 lord. Right, anyway, let's put some moisturizer on and then I'm going to do some makeup today. So for the last of budget day, no, for the last day of budget month, which is what I was trying to say, I am going to, where's my hair grippy thing? There it is. I am going to use the Wet n Wild. Oh, you got the Nikki palette last week. It's so good, isn't it, Nanette? We're going to do that next week. I think after doing a whole month of budget makeup, what do people want? Actually, come on. We'll put this. Can I do a poll? I can do a poll on YouTube, actually. Yes, I can. I can do a poll. Haha. Let's do a poll. Right then, everybody. Let me go into my account and we'll do a quick little poll on the YouTubes. If I was more organized, I would have the... Oh, actually, do you know what? I think I can. Hold on a second, everybody. I know, right? I keep saying that, don't I, on today's stream? Hold on, everyone. That's what you want from a live stream on the YouTubes. Oh, we passed 175,000 views. I know! 175,000 views we passed on this channel now. That is bonkers. I mean, it's not. For everybody else, it's like... amazing. Like for everybody else, it's nothing. You know what I mean? The big YouTubers, 175,000 for them. That is absolutely, they get that on a single video. But for us, that's a lot. That's a lot of views we've had. That's like, that is incredible. Also, I've got to say, on a week tomorrow, I'm going to picking up my new glasses because when I went for an eye test this week, turns out my right eye is buggered. Totally buggered. Virtually blind. No, I'm not, but my right eye really has significantly changed. So do you remember when I was saying that I was having issues and I had to wear my eye patch and I had my little dragon eye patch? That's why my right eye is slowly buggering. So yeah, I've got new lenses coming, new frames, new everything. And I'm like, oh, can't wait. Because these ones, oh my God, these are just falling apart. These are just, I don't know why I keep getting metal framed glasses because I either sit on them or I bend them or the arms do this, you know, like where one folds in and then the other one, are you ready? The other one folds like, what's that about? So yeah, proper bad. But isn't it epic? Isn't that awesome? Isn't it so cool? 175,000. I had a thing come up from vidIQ. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I was like, yay! And then I look at like one of the videos, one of the channels I follow, and they're like, I released a video today and it's got 200,000 views. And I'm like, yeah, it kind of puts it into perspective. But for this little tiny wee little channel of ours, I think that's respectable. I think that is absolutely respectable. I really, really do. I keep coming off, going into the wrong thing. I keep going into YouTube. And what I need to go into is Facebook because, bizarrely, oh dear. Right, hang on a second. I've just live on stream got distracted and gone and read a... How would you find your messages? I've got it. Right, I think that my phone is still connected to my earbuds. So let me just pull an earbud out because if it is, then I can use this as the camera and then I can use the laptop to do the other things. That would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it? This is what I normally set up before coming on the live stream. But anyway, so what else was I going to say? What have I just seen? There's another... Oh, Killstar have also got a big Halloween, not Halloween, Valentine's naughty underwear type situation, type thing, type situation going on. And they've got the you know, the and the little and so they've got all of that. And it's not cheap though. I don't know what Killstar quality underwear is like. Not that I've got any use of it for the next 6 weeks. You know what I mean? With him being down there, but I don't know what Killstar quality is like. Um, let's have a look. Does that? Oh, why does it do that? Sorry, everyone. I'm trying to connect this to my phone. Oh, come on. Hurry up and connect. Oh. Oh. Right. We're just doing it this way. We're just doing it this way. Oh, my God. Yeah, Kirsty, I heard that. I absolutely heard that. Right. In fact, do you know what we're going to do? Bear with everyone. This is the only way I'm going to make this work on this blooming stream today. Hold on. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, this is all because it was all lastminute.com. Hey, Rocker. Oh, Rocker Barrel. Hi, Rocker Barrel, my darling. Oh, my God, what the F is that? That was the stupid phone being stupid. Right, now we can do this again. Eddie, no. No. Hang on. Right, so because just where you are, just behind the laptop, I do actually have a ring light and a phone holder, all in one type situation type deal, right? So I am just going to swap over the two cameras. Bear with. Bear with. Bear with. This is all the stuff that I normally sort out beforehand. Hang on. Oh, that goes there. That goes there. And then hopefully, can I turn the camera back on? There we go. And the microphone. There we go. Right. So sorted. Sorted eventually-ish. Right. Okay. Look, just what everybody needs. Two of me. Hang on. And then if I do What about now? Is that better now? Can you hear us now? It is. It's all on. It's not on the tablet. It's on the phone. Is it on? Is it on? Can you hear me? Can anybody? Papa, can you hear me? Oh, you can hear now. Oh my God. There's nothing like sorting out technical bugs whilst on a live stream, is there? You know what I mean? So absolutely right. And I've normally got my table set up, but you know, today's just going to be one of those streams, everyone. We're just going to roll with it. We're going to roll with it. We're going to take our time. We're going to say what you say and other words that go with that song. And I've just spilt all my makeup down the thing. You got to roll it. Was that Oasis? There we go. Oh, my Lord. Right. There goes my Team Project Pan stuff all over there. Oh, what is today? We should have cancelled the stream. It would have been fine. No, it's not cancel the streams. Hold on. Look. Let's throw everything that isn't being done. Right. Okay. I am so disorganized today. There we go. I've got the laptop here so I can pull the comments up. At least the viewers know it really is live. Absolutely, totally live, 100% live, live. In fact, let's just bring this down and up and there. There we go. There we go, everyone. Bring it a little bit closer. Sort the light out. Eddie Munster, is there really any need? But is there, though? Is there actually any need? Right, I tell you what we should do, everybody. Let's look at the makeup. So what I've got today in my what brand is it? Wet and Wild. I've got an eyeshadow palette that is still sealed that I've never used, the Color Icon palette, and this is in the shades. Oh, I don't know. Does it have a name? Comfort Zone. Ugh. There you go. Look, Comfort Zone. I know, right? It is a while since we've done a joint lot on location live. You'll have to come over, Kirsty, because, you know, I've got nothing else to do for the next week and a half. I don't mean that. That sounds like you can only come over because he's not here, but that isn't right. You know that. You know what I means. But yeah, so this is a palette. This is the... I wondered what that was. It's the reflection. So this is a Wet and Wild Comfort Zone. It's got kind of browns up to a gold on one side and greeny shades on the other, which I do quite like. In fact, let me use my stabby thing and open the stabby thing. Open it, because yeah. Oh geez, how do you get this? How do you get into this? Oh, it says peel here, but then you can't peel here. That's good. Peel here and it comes off and it's still sealed. Yay! Well done, Wet and Wild, for your quality products. Oh, we get a free brush thing. Shall we do makeup with the free little brush? What is that? It looks like the dog's chewed it already. I mean, yeah, so that's what the palette looks like. I've got to say, I quite like the greens. That's quite nice. And the browns, although is it all shimmers? It looks like it could be all shimmers, so that's interesting. What else have I got in here that was Wet and Wild? All right, I've got some primer, the Photo Focus face primer. So that's that one. And this is is it dimethicone? Is it a silicone? Yes, it is. It's the third ingredient. So, yep, that's a dimethicone primer. I've got one of their lippies. I've got one of their concealers. I've got a... which of these was the bronzer? All right, so this is the blush. That looks remarkably like a I remarkably like a bronzer. I've got a white highlighter, one of their Mega Glow highlighters. I've got a champagne gold highlighter as well, and I've got some of their Halo, Halo, I can see your halo, they're liquid highlighters as well. So I've got a few bits and bobs from Wet n Wild, but that is the only makeup palette that I've got, and I don't even remember where I got it from or how much it cost. So yeah, we're just going to go with it today. So I'm going to have to top up with my Team Project Pan stuff. How's everybody doing on their Team Project Pans? I haven't seen your update yet, Ness, because that was the latest one I saw pop up on my phone last night, when last night was pretty much a write-off for us, because once we'd done the live, we basically had to sort dinner out, then we had to get everything sorted for Rufus. We filmed 2 videos last night as well. We sorted out just everything that he needed to take down, cleaned down the commode for his parents. Not that we've used the commode, but he picked one up for his mum and dad. So we've cleaned that all down, so that's ready to use once that goes in, because we think his mum is coming out of hospital at 4 o'clock-ish, 5 o'clock tonight. So that's when we think. So he should be there for 3. It's about a 3.5 hour journey. So with a stop off for a wee and that on the motorway, yeah, he should be there for about 3 o'clock, we reckon. So then it'll be time to get everything sorted before mum comes out of hospital. And then that's it then. Everything's go for the next God knows how many weeks. Yeah, it's very stressful. And so my fibro has been just horrendous, in a lot of pain, a lot of movement issues. My hand at the moment feels like it's arthritic. It doesn't want to move properly. So everything's going to be good, you know. Hence the need for lots and lots of coffee today, because it's probably one of the only things that keeps me going with the fibro. But Rufus was like, bless him, he was like, oh, well, I'll be back up because, you know, I need to make sure you're okay. And I'm like, look, I will be fine, right? I will be fine, because at the end of the day, I lived on my own all of my life up until 6 years ago when we got together. And yes, for the last 6 years, the only time we spent apart was when he was in hospital, as I said. Apart from that, we've spent every single day together pretty much since we got together. And we do everything together. And it's one of those things that now I already feel like I've lost my left arm, but I'm like, with the fibro, I will be fine. And if I crash, I crash, and I'll get up when I get up, and I'll deal with things as I need to deal with things. We'll just take things pragmatically as they come. And it's like, as long as the dogs are fed and watered in the morning, the dogs are fed and watered in the evening, and as long as the bits in between are less important, like as long as they are looked after, and the skinks and the ratty and his hamster, as long as all the animals are fed, the rest of it all, it will be fine. It will be fine. So yeah, it's just gonna be weird. It's just going to be weird. And I promise to stop talking about it all now. I promise to stop talking about it, because I will just cry. And you've all seen me cry on a live when he suddenly appears. So yeah, you know, and I would be expecting him on random days to just appear in the chat one day when I'm on my live streams. But yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Right, let's have a look. So you said, oh, wow, Ness, hang on, how can I pull up the messages? Oh, I can do it on there. There we go. So you have, oh, why is it not coming up? You're not doing too bad. You used both palettes 15 times already, and you've almost used up the foundations. I am surprised at how well I'm going with my foundations. I've already had to swap in a new eyeliner because my eyeliner was run out. So I've swapped one in. Oh, I'm going to be doing a Lacura video. Guess who? Oh, Kirsty. Emma Hardy, Moringa Balm. Aldi do their own version, the Lacura one. I've got one here, a full size. It's $6.99 for a full size tub in Aldi. They've got some in at the moment, but they are like rocking horse done. So get it if you can. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do a comparison video because I'm literally scraping the bottom of my Emma Hardy at the moment. I'm not. I've probably got about 2 days worth before it's completely gone. And yeah, so have a look, because it's supposed to be a good dupe for that. So I'm going to do a video. I managed to pick up a new BB cream as well, and one of their hyaluronic acid serums as well to try. So I'm going to give all of that a go and see what it is like. You're on your second tub. Wow, it is very similar to Emma Hardy. The only thing with the difference is that the Aldi one has got some shea butter and is it coconut oil? A little bit of coconut oil. It might not be, but it's definitely got shea butter in, so that it actually leaves your skin feeling softer than the Emma Hardy one. It's got a little bit of skincare elements as well. So yeah, absolutely have a look. It is back in stock and it is on their website, Kirsty. If you go onto Aldi, do a Google search for Aldi special buys. They've got their own website. They've got a grocery website and they've got the special buy website. Also on there, you can pick up the dupes for the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes and the Urban Decay palettes that they did, the naturals ones. So yeah, do check it out. But that Emma Hardy dupe is supposedly, it's a bit like, you know, the caviar cream that's like the La Prairie one or whatever it is that everybody's like, oh my god, it's like that high-end dupe, and it's $6.99. I've got one, just in fact, most of this stream today is just going to be me off camera, isn't it? But you know, whatever. Let's just show you, because it is just behind the camera here. Oh, because I might have done an Aldi shop, and our food bill came to like probably about 50 quid. But the actual bill was like 80 odds. So yeah. So I got the cleansing. Should we just do a live? Should we do it live on camera now? Do you want to see what this looks and smells? Well, you can't see what it smells like, but I can show you what it looks like. So we'll do this now, because obviously we only picked this up day before yesterday. But I haven't had a chance to even look at it, because everything has just been about like when he's traveling down. So it's a big old box. This is what the box looks like. Big old box. Oh, that's posh. Oh yeah, it comes with a cleansing cloth. I forgot that. The La Cura cleansing cloth, dual-sided. So that's like a face wipey cloth. It comes in its own little like bougie. This is nice, isn't it? I don't know why I'm sniffing the box. And then it's like, it's a nice size tub. It's plastic, but it feels quite nice. That feels quite nice, actually. It's kind of Emma Hardy-esque. You know, Emma Hardy's got a slightly different paler color, so it's similar enough. And it is sealed. Ah, that is Emma Hardy. That is the moringa oil. That's exactly the same. Hang on, I need to absolutely compare this now. That's exactly the same. Wow. Hang on, everybody. Right. I know, right? I did say this whole stream is going to be more off than on camera, but anyway, here we are. Right, so I've got my little tub of Emma Hardy. It smells identical. Oh, that's weird, right? No, it smells identical. It smells exactly the same. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. Right, let's feel it. Oh, this is a little bit more, don't know whether you can see, if I should get the light onto it. Like, I've just put my finger, there you go, look. I've just put my finger on there, and you can see that just the warmth of my finger has melted the top layer. Nope, it just smells like, hi Byron, hi my darling, you've just popped in for lunch and to give a thumbs up. Oh, thank you, my darling. Wow, yes, absolutely. That feels on that hand, that feels really nice. And I know it's not yes, Mr. Eddie, you can come out in a second, my darling. Right, so I'm going to put the Emma Hardy one just here and see how that feels, how that compares. Because this one does have, where's the box? This one does have, it says, does it say on here? Yeah, enriched with moringa oil, shea butter, and cocoa butter. It's cocoa butter, not coconut butter, not coconut oil. Whereas the Emma Hardy one doesn't have those bits in. It smells like virtually identical. In all honesty, it really, really does smell virtually identical. And where I've put a little bit, I know it's not supposed to be rubbed in, but yeah, no, it feels, I would actually say the Aldi side does feel nicer on my skin, a little bit better. So well done, Aldi. And also I've lost the lid. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing today, but anyway, I've lost the lid already. It will be here somewhere, but yes, there you are, live first impression. I've got to say, for $6.99, hot damn, I'll be picking up another one, and it comes with a cleaning cloth, so that's really good. That's proper value, that. So yeah, anybody who is interested in the Emma Hardy one, or anyone that uses the Emma Hardy moringa oil, moringa balm, try the Aldi dupe. Save yourself a whole bunch of money. I'm trying to look for the lid. It will be here somewhere. Never mind. I'll sort it out in a second. I've got it. I found it. It was in my groin. Shut up. Don't say anything, anybody. Really? Thank you, Eddie. It's going to be one of those streams. Oh, hang on. What's everybody saying? Let's have a look. You take notice they changed the packaging again, Neat. Last year they brought them out and the packaging was nice, but the product was meh. All right. Is this the dupes? Nearly picked up one of each for you, so glad I didn't. Oh, is this the AB8 dupes? Yeah. Yeah. I got the ABH dupes, Ness, even though I have the actual ABH. You found it? Okay. Okay, right. Okay, so yeah, you're all saying that the dupe palettes aren't that good. The W7, they've got, I see you put it in there, Ness. The subculture one for W7 is good. The W7 dupe for Modern Renaissance is good. The Revolution dupe for Novena is good. I've got that one. In fact, yeah, so then what do we want to do next month, everybody? Do you fancy a wibbly screen? No. Do you fancy okay, Ed, my darling, we'll see you soon. Sorry to hear that, Kirsty. Hope the family is pampering you and giving you some feet up time. Hi, Ness and Annette, says Byron. Absolutely, I know, right? So then next month on the channel, do we fancy just a straightforward, like, high-end month? Or do we fancy a dupe month? Because I've got some dupes, like, I've got dupes and I've got some high-end makeup, well, higher end, like that little mini Pat McGrath, but then I've got like Jeffree Star and ABH and things like that. So like, what do we fancy for next month's theme, everybody? And while we talk about that, I'm going to put some makeup on my face because it is time. It is absolutely time. So yes, what do we fancy for next month? So I could do a dupes month. Could I do a fake month? What fake makeup or what fake up have I got? I haven't got enough fake makeup. I've got a Huda fake, a Morphe Jeffrey fake, and the Morphe James fake. Yeah, so I could do that. Can we do one week high end and then the following week the dupes? Well, I was going to do a whole month, Neat, so that I know what I'm doing in advance, basically. That's the plan. Anyway, let's try out the Wet and Wild. It's not Wet and Wild, it's Wet Wild. Wet and Wild. So we'll use the matte. Oh, is it matte? Oh, okay. So it's a mattifying face primer. We'll see that. I reckon live comparisons, one eye and the... Okay, we can do that then. We'll do dupe month for February. February will all be about the dupes then. So I will double check what I've got. I know that I've got the Jeffree Star Blue Blood and the Revolution dupe. I've got the... What else have I got? Come on, brain. I've got the ABH Norvina and the Revolution dupe. I've got the W7 Show Off and the ABH Riviera. They were dupes. And I think I've got another one. I think I've got another one as well. And obviously, for the next few weeks, I don't have to worry too much because I won't be going shopping or anything on a Thursday because, you know, I can't go out the house because I've got no transport. This is not what I thought. I thought this was like a dimethicone silicone primer like the ones I've been using, but this is like a face cream. Have I even used this before? I must have used this at some point. It was in my standard collection, not just in the like Wet and Wild tub. So that means it's been used, but I am really surprised. I thought this was going to be a silicone primer, and it's not. It's like a face moisturizer. Right, okay, well, let's just put it everywhere. There we go. What does that feel like? You can tell it's got dimethicone and it's quite slippy, to be fair, but it's also got a little bit of stickiness to it. That's really cool. It's a little bit grippy. Oh, that feels on my hands. Oh no, that feels really nice. That actually feels like it's going to grip the makeup. Oh, this is interesting. Right, I'm taking this off because it's going to get in the way and I just keep getting all the makeup on it. That's interesting, actually. That's an interesting primer. Okay. If it makes the makeup look good, then that's really good. It's only a head cold, but it's gone to your chest already, so you can see it. It's a call to the docs. Yes, get your phone call to the docs, missus. Ring the doctors. Do as you is told. Give the doctors a ring. Yeah, because chest infections are horrible. That primer is a bit of a jizzy one. Looks creamy, goes on a bit thinner than you'd expect. It does, to be honest, but it's a little bit grippy. It feels not sticky, but you know, like, you know, when you can feel it. I think that should do a fairly good job. Aren't they just nice? It's a pain though, because then the coughing buggers your back up more than it already is. Yeah, absolutely. And you have to sleep set up. Yeah, absolutely. I know that feeling, my darling. Trust me, I know that feeling a lot. Jesus. You know, you are talking to the expert of falling asleep on the sofa at the moment. Christ. Right, so I'm going to go in with my standard foundation from my Team Project Pan, which I'm using the Fit Me Matte and Poreless, because that's a matte primer. There's no point going in with a radiant sort of illuminating foundation, because it is just then going to cancel out the mattifying effect. Whereas with a matte foundation, it should work quite nicely. And I've got to say, I'm not minding this foundation at all, actually. I know the first time I tried it, I think I had my wrong shade, and I think that's what totally put me off. And I've also just realised that my mirror is in the other room. I've got a mirror in these palettes. Right, okay. We're just going to use the Revolution Enchanted palette. Did that just pop out? Because if it did, that would be even better. No, it didn't. But the foundation is running down my hand. So let's get this on the face rather quickly. So that's what we'll do next month then. We will test the dupes. We will test the dupes against the real ones where I've got them, rather than just showing you what the dupes are like. And we will try and create the look to match on both eyes, and then see whether the dupes are worth it. Because I have noticed W7 have got some new palettes out, and W7 is like, how they get away with it, I don't know. Everybody slags off Revolution as being like the copycat sellers, but yet W7 every single one of their palettes is a dupe for a higher end palette. Every single one. Yes, Eddie. Yes. At some point, I will also be getting to a Primark, because I do want to try some of the Primark makeup. I've got highlighters, and I think I've got 2 of their highlighter palettes, some of their lippies and things, but I don't have any eyeshadows from Primark. So I want to go and check that out at some point. I know, right, it's part of my low buy, but it is part of the low buy because I will only buy like 1 palette to give a try on the channel. So yeah, let me know if you've got any recommendations for Primark palettes or Primark makeup in general. That would be really useful. And again, if you are here on the replay, first of all, apologies for the chaotic start. I've explained why multiple times, but we've got the standard setup back now, so we're now able to do everything properly. I've just realised all of this is in shot. Look at this. This is the wrapping from the tarot thing that I'm so excited to look at. I know, right? So excited. If there are any palettes where you're missing one, is you've got the high end but not the dupe, let me know, as you might be able to help. Okie dokie, I will have a look if I've got the high end and not the dupe, or if I've got the dupe and not the high end. Either way, we'll definitely have a look. Certainly in terms of, yes, certainly. Oh, I've also got the KVD Light and Dark and the Revolution dupe for that, but that's no longer available. The Jeffree Star Blue Blood dupe is still available, as are, I think, all of the W7 ones. Eddie Munster, thank you, but you can just go to sleep now. It's sleep time. It's bedtime. He's looking at me like, no, it's not. You're talking. Your ears have been bunged for a couple of weeks, Nanette, and you feel like you're constantly underwater, which is interesting. Sure, gosh, the double pack of eyeliners with the sharpness is really good. Really? Oh dear. I'll have a look. I will have a look. They told you that you've got to get COVID tested before you see the doctor. Absolutely, my darling. You've a head cold as well. Your ears are ringing, coughing, and chest hurts, but you're not going to the doctor. Why aren't you going to the doctor, Nanette? Go to the bloody doctor. I got your message yesterday. The only thing I can say for fibro is the only things that I use for fibromyalgia is a bucket load of prescription medicine, and very, very, very strong painkillers, like ridiculously strong painkillers, like tramadol, two high strength slow release tramadol twice a day. So I am normally rattling. That's how much. That is how much I have to take to deal with stuff. And yeah, it's not good, and it doesn't do great things to your system, and it's got all sorts of other implications and things, but that is what I have to take every single day to be able to function. So yay me. Right, let's just take the last little bit of the foundation and make sure I take it down my neck, because you know I'm definitely going out gallivanting today, definitely leaving the house. I'm not, but I might film later. I've got nothing else to do anymore. Oh dear. Watch out for new videos coming your way from this channel 7 times a day. The Lisa is bored series. Yeah, absolutely. Eddie is in fine voice this morning. Yes, Eddie. You've got all the treats in your bed. I think he knows something's up, because obviously we were packing the car earlier, and then Daddy's gone and got in the car and not come back in the house yet. So yeah, I think there's definitely he knows something is up, don't you, mister? Yes, you do. Right then, before I set the face, we've got a Wet and Wild what's it called, concealer to try. Now this apparently has had absolutely amazing reviews. It's the Photo Focus concealer. I don't remember having, no, I haven't tried it before. At least I don't think I have, because the wand looks fairly clean. So then let's have a little look. Yes, you can see lots of YouTube shorts coming in the next few weeks, probably. Also, over on Instagram, we will be doing the food videos. So Rufus will be uploading those from Essex, or the food photos. So he'll be uploading from what he's eating every day. And I'll obviously be uploading pictures of what I've got every day. And we have done a little test on StreamYard yesterday to work out that on the Wednesday weigh-in live, Holland's here. Good morning, Holland. Good afternoon, Holland. Holland. Oh, that's a weird. It's a slightly weird smell. I don't think this is old, but there's a slightly. There's a hint of paint about it. That's a very strange smell. It's a very strange smell. I wonder if they just haven't put the scent in it. Has anyone tried the Wet n Wild concealer? It's supposed to be really good. And as I say, I don't think I've used it before. So it's not like it's totally old or anything. And the consistency is absolutely fine. And I've got to say, colour-wise, I've done a reasonably good job of matching it. If anything, I could have gone ever so slightly lighter, to be fair. And the formula feels really nice, actually. It's a little bit creasy, and to be fair, I've got to say, in all honesty, I don't know whether you can see from back there, but it's a bit of an odd consistency, because it goes on really thin, and you kind of think you need to paint it on, but then when you actually start tapping it out, it's kind of the reverse of emulsifying. It kind of goes a bit thicker. That's a really strange formula. And it doesn't smell now, but it's also very creasy. Look, I mean, I know I haven't slept, but that is not looking good on my under eye. Right. I wonder if it, like, I haven't, just that scent is a little bit off-putting, to be fair. If anyone's tried the Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer, does it have a bit of a strange scent to it? Does anyone know? Pretty sure you ended up decluttering the one you had because of the smell, and I wasn't keen on the product. Oh, okay, so it is just that scent then. I mean, I'm not. We'll persevere. We'll do a second layer and see if I build it up a little bit. Oh, it's a weird formula, because it kind of goes on. It goes on like a normal liquid concealer, right? But as you tap it into place, it kind of goes almost like an eye primer, like the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, or the MAC Paint Pot, sorry, or like the one that I use, which was the Revolution dupe that is no longer available. But that, like a thick, creamy formula. That's what it feels like. You know those, oh, who made them? I think L'Oreal used to make them. Was it L'Oreal? I think it might have been. They were like a color change mini palette thing, and you had the color correcting ones and the cream foundations, and they were the thicker cream formula foundation concealers. And that's what that feels like. That is exactly what that feels like. It feels like it goes on liquid, but as soon as you tap it with the heat of your skin and the heat of your finger, it almost turns into that cream, thick cream formula, which I am not a major fan of. How are you then, Holland? How's everything going? I hope you are well, my friend. I really do. Holland, would you like to come and do a podcast with us at some point? Because they're going to be on the Witchy channel. They're going to be every 2 weeks or so. Certainly there's going to be 2 in February, and we'd like to do 2 in March, and possibly 2 in April. So yeah, you know, it's probably going to be fortnightly, to be honest with you. So I'm just using my Makeup Revolution loose setting powder just to set this into place. And once I put a lot of that on, it doesn't look great, but it looks better. But it does look crusty in my lines. I mean, that's just, there's no way around that. I haven't slept. We're stressed as hell with, you know, everything that's going on with his family. So with everything, you know, and with my fibro just being off the rail at the moment, I would be surprised if I didn't have bags under my eyes. I mean, I ain't being funny. They're not bags anymore. They are now trunks. You know what I'm saying? They really, really are. They are full on hardcore, like trunks. Like, you know, posh people when they used to go on cruises and they used to take the Louis Vuitton trunk. That's now what I've got under my eyes. They're that bad. But anyway, so we'll give this we'll do a fair wear test on this. We'll do a proper wear test. I'll take a picture once this is done, and I will take a picture at the end of the day. So yeah, I will absolutely do that, and let you know what I think. But so far, not majorly impressed. Not majorly impressed. First impression or first re-impression, I don't, as I say, I don't think I'd used this before, and I don't think it's old, but that smell is something else. So if you've had the same issue, Kirsty, then it's not because this is going off. It's just because they've not used a scent, which is really strange to me. But anyway, right, let's set the rest of my face very briefly. Let's use the big powder puff. No, the big powder brush, just to do a loose dusting of powder over the rest of my face. So yes, what was that, Holland? You still don't feel like you know very much to share, but happy to come and cluelessly chat. Well, we can talk about like small businesses. We can talk about like your druidic path and how you're finding it, and you know what's drawn you to that, and you know, even talk about the Unitarian side of things and how that relates in. Like, trust me, that in itself is already a podcast worth right there. So, and you'll be surprised how quickly an hour goes. Just ask Kirsty, because Kirsty's going to be on the next podcast, which is going up on the, I think it's the 9th of February, the second Wednesday in February will be the podcast that our lovely Kirsty, the Kitchen Witch, is going to be on. So that's going to be, I can't wait for that. It's going to be cool. Right then, so that is the base set. So as I always do, I normally use an eye primer when I do like tests, but shall we do, what do you think, everybody? Shall we do one eye with an eye primer and one eye without, or shall we just do a full-on test with the primer and give it a properly good go? Because I don't know what the best option is. It's all done on StreamYard. So I just send you the link, you pop it into you literally follow the link, open it up in Chrome, and it does it all automatically. It's so simple. It's even simpler than Zoom, to be honest. It really, really is. So then, what do you think? Do we use eye primer on both or just on one eye? I'm not sure. I think, how would I actually use it in real life? I'd use a primer on both eyes, to be fair. I really would. So maybe I should give it a fair test. Hang on. I just managed to drop the lid in my metal cup. There we go. Everything is 6s and 7s today. But anyway, I hope you're able to edit that down, Lise, because yeah, nearly 2 hours later. And afterwards, I kept thinking of loads of other things I hoped we'd get onto, but didn't. You'll be back. You'll be back. That's fine. Right. I think I'm going to do one eye first with the eye primer, and then we'll see what it's like. So this primer is basically the dupe for the MAC paint pot. Okay. Holland, I'm not going anywhere anymore. Rufus has left. Rufus has left me. No, he hasn't. He's gone down south. Literally at 11 o'clock, 11:05 he left, or about that, today, to go and look after family, because both his mum and dad, his mum's coming out of hospital today, and hopefully his dad will be out within a week. So yeah, and they're both in different hospitals for different reasons, and none of it is pandemic related. So, you know, that's all good, isn't it? That's all good. It's exactly what you want to happen. So he's driving down for Christmas. No, he's driving down to Essex to, as we speak, to go and basically be their carer for the next block of time. Hi Jess, hope you are well. Hope you all are keeping well today. Thank you, Jess. How are you, my darling? Hope they both recover well. Thank you, Holland. His mum is out, as I say, she's out of hospital today. And his dad should be out ASAP. Honestly, if I can manage it, anyone can. What's that, Kirst? Oh, you mean the StreamYard thing? Yeah, absolutely right. So I've got on this side, I've done the eye primer. So let's have a look and see what we are going to do today. Oh yeah, I got the Lacura brushes as well. These are actually quite good, Ness. I use this one is now my bronzing brush. I use this one as my highlighter brush and this one as my blusher brush now on my new ones, and then this I just tend to use as an all over like setting brush for my eyes, or sometimes as a like a blending brush for my eyes. But yes, they are quite good. They are quite good. Eddie, do you have to chew your paper? Do you have to chew your paper? He's like, yes, I do. You are ignoring me, Mum, so I'm going to chew the paper. That's fine, because you're not getting paper in it after today, because you actually hold your toilet now, don't you? You do. So then let's have a look at this palette. If I ever get my YouTube channel up, how about we do one, Lisa? Absolutely. If you want to, Nanette, absolutely. I am all up for collabs. I like collabing with, oh, this stupid thing. How do you get, dear eye companies, stop doing that, because like these things, like, please let us get into your products. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of us have dexterity issues and we need a little bit of help. Right then. So I've got this palette. I don't know whether you can see. It says at the top, brow bone, eyelid, crease, and definer. So brow bone, eyelid, crease, and definer. So that's useful if you're not used to using makeup. Then that is really, really useful. Oh, hang on. What's that? What's that? Our video. Your video inspired me to try a magic bag from Morrison's. Yay! Interesting experience, although in future you're going to leave them for people who need them more since they sell out so quick. It isn't about, it's a really weird one, isn't it? Because it isn't necessarily about budgets for people. It's I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's also about waste. And yeah, yes, we've almost nearly turned Nanette into a YouTuber. Absolutely. You're doing good. Thank you for asking. I sent you a link to one of your Facebook chats. Did you see them? Just asking. I've seen a link, but please don't just send me a random link, Jess. Like, please, like, tell me what the link is, because I won't, Eddie, I won't just click on links randomly, because I've done that before and got viruses and all sorts of things downloaded. So I won't ever click on a link unless you say, hi, Lisa, this is a link to something interesting, or this is a link to whatever. I won't click on them, because they're normally viruses when they just come through on a Facebook message and it's just the link. So yeah, if you let me know what it is, then I can sort of have a look. Right, so we're going to go in with the green side. Kirsty was the first one to say about using the green side, so we're going to use this today. So the green brow bone is actually like almost a taupey stone color, taupe stone, sort of this color here. Eddie Munster, you're very, very annoying this morning. You're very vocal, my friend. Normally you're asleep at this time, aren't you? You are. You should have a little sleeps. You must be so tired, Eddie. Oh, so tired. Tired. Oh, no, I'm actually yawning. See, Mummy's tired. Mummy hasn't slept. So you should be tired too. Be tired. Go to sleep. What have we got here? You're glad you like the Aldi brushes. They are so good. They are, actually, and they are on the website as well. So if anybody doesn't have an Aldi near them, let's try. Hang on. What have I got? This eye, hasn't it? This eye's got the primer on. If anyone hasn't got an Aldi near them, All of the special buys are on their website. So if you go to the type in Aldi special buys, you'll find them. Eddie Munster, that's naughty now. Naughty. Lie down. That's it. Lie down. That's it. Give Dragon a hug. Thank you. Good boy. I know, right? That must be confusion. I've just told him he was a naughty boy, and then I've just told him he's a good boy. But you know what I mean? Because now he's gone. He's like lying on his dragon. That's his pillow. Right. Anyway, brow bone highlight type shade. Now it is a shimmery shade, actually. In fact, I think all of these are definitely shimmers. Which, let's be honest, you know, I've put worse on my face. I'm not mad at. It is very shimmery. It's to do with makeup, and the other thing was for your dogs. You might find them interesting. I'll have a look, Jess. I will have a look. But as I say, if you let me know what they are, otherwise I won't click on them, because various people recently have been they'll send a message, and then I get a message the next day, and it's literally like, don't click on that, I got spammed. So yeah, I tend to not open links on Facebook Messenger. Right, so that's the brow bone highlight. Can you see anything on that? Oh, just a little bit, maybe a little hint of something. Right, shall we do a complete piss take? Shall we do a piss take? Right, I'm going to use the lovely, amazing, high quality brush that they sent us with the makeup, and we'll try and apply it on the green. So this is for the eyelid. Okay, so we'll put this on the eyelid. And then we've got a crease and a definer color as well. So there you go. It picks up on the sponge applicator. Are you ready, everyone? Here we go. Here we go. Let me just turn the light up a little bit on this one. Hang on a second. There we go. Put it to maximum brightness, and let's change the color to white. There we go. Can you see that? Can you see that? Okay, we're not using the little sponge tip applicator that they sent, because that is horrendous. Why? Dear makeup companies, as well as your packaging not being fit for purpose, please stop putting those little itty titty bitty brushes in, because they get thrown away instantly. Nobody who is buying this palette is going to be using that brush. Nobody, because everybody knows, like, I would rather use my finger than use that little bitty brush. And in fact, using my finger is so much easier. So yes, nobody's going to use those itty bitty brushes. So they are literally just, you are giving us something that instantly goes in the bin. So please stop creating landfill by including those in all of the things, unless your name is ABH and your brushes included with the palettes aren't bad. They're not good, but they're not bad. They are usable. But again, if somebody is paying £45 for a makeup palette, they probably have some eyeshadow brushes. You know what I'm saying? So yes, right then, let's have a look. I am not loving this all matte formula, this all shimmer formula, to be fair. I'm really not. But we're going to keep persevering with it. Hopefully it will blend out to be more of a satin. I mean, it is more of a satin than a shimmer. That looks terrible. Right, okay. I tell you what, we're going to try the other eye. We're going to try the other eye, because this might be the first time that I actually decide not to finish an eye look, because it is looking so terrible. And I do mean that, like, genuinely terrible. Let me just see whether I can, if I sit dead close, if I sit right, hang on, let's get the light. Oh gosh. can you see? There we go. Look, can you see on my eye? You're not going to be able to. Hang on, I'm going to get super close. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ooh. Hang on, let me angle the light so it's in the perfect position. So there, right. Can you see my eyelid? Can you see how it looks super, super crepey? But also here, it has picked up, you know, when you zoom in really closely on your skin and it looks almost like the Mojave Desert or something, Mojave Desert, or like the Grand Canyon, where they've got the big blocks of sand and the clay, and then you've got like the bits in between, the cracks in between. That is what this is doing on my eye skin, and that is on top of that primer. Now that primer is actually normally really good, that eye primer. So the fact that that is doing that is a little bit worrying, to be fair. You can see it, but it's not great. No, it's not. The shadow is not great, but that effect is really, really bad. So I'll tell you what, let's see. It could, I don't know why it would be the eye primer. It shouldn't be the eye primer, because as I say, it is one of my favorite eye primers. It really is a good eye primer. And it is a good dupe for the MAC one, but let's persevere on the other eye. So I'm going to do those two same shades, and we'll use the brush in exactly the same way, and we'll try this on the other eye. Hang on. There we go. So we'll try this the same. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So we'll use the brow bone highlight at the top. See, this is the thing with using a shimmer or a satin formula, especially on older skin. If your skin is crepey, or you know, has that sort of that textured effect, it is going to look 10 times worse with just a satin shadow on. So just bear that in mind. Now, I know it's supposed to only be our brow highlight, but then the rest of the shades are also satins. So, okay, we'll pack the green on now, that eyelid green, using the same brush, and we'll try and build it up so it looks the same on the other side. I've got to say, if you like a satin formula, it's not a bad satin formula. If you've got really nice, smooth eye skin, it will probably look okay, to be fair. It's just obviously for people in their maybe late 30s, 40s and older, like I am, in my mid 40s, I think that actually, that looks pretty terrible. And also, there's not a lot of colour payoff there at all. But we're going to carry on. We are going to carry on. So, see if I can build up a little bit more. There's also had a lot of fallout. Hell of a lot of fallout. Hell of a lot of fallout. Oh, hang on. What was that? What was that? Jess, I missed your comment. Hang on. Let's have a look. You tried the Morrison's magic bag. You got and paid for it, was ready to go get it, and then received a message saying it had been cancelled. That suitcase was really looking forward to trying it out. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that does happen. I've had that happen a couple of times before, and it's just because the store basically have sold the product, so there hasn't been any waste at the end of the day. So that does happen sometimes, and they will refund you straight away, and or they won't have taken your money, so they won't have done a refund. Basically, the way it works is that they don't actually take your money, they kind of hold it until you collect the bag, and then they take the money from your account. So it's kind of held, and then if like in that case where they've got an issue where there isn't a bag available, then that money just isn't taken from your account. It just, like, that hold gets put back. So yeah, don't worry about them like taking the money and not giving you a bag or anything. But unfortunately it does happen like that, and it is just because, you know, it is designed to deal with the waste. And if there is no waste, then there's nothing for them to sell cheap. And that is the thing where you've just got to keep looking on the app, and keep kind of, you know, popping back on every so many hours and just having a look and seeing if anything's available. Right, so we're going to use this crease shade on the green, which looks like to me a satin black. So, you know, it says to use this on your crease. I mean, you know, it's now going quite grey looking and quite muddy. Okay, but we'll try this on this eye as well. This is the one that had the eye primer. Just placing it into the crease and using that windscreen wiper motion, and then taking it slightly higher up. Yeah, the fallout is horrendous. Right, we're going to do the last thing. It says definer. Now I'm going to take the definer shade, and this is actually a duochrome. That's interesting. Look at that. That's really pretty. It kind of goes brown to green. That is actually really nice. Right, okay, let's see. We'll put this. Oh, maybe we won't. Okay, it's picking up on the finger but not on the brush, so maybe it's one to use with a brush. I don't know why it would be, but okay, let's have a look. That does not want to pick up at all. Right, okay, so we've tried a finger, we've tried a brush. Let's try a wet brush. So far, this palette is a lot more hassle than it's worth. A lot more hassle than it is worth, to be brutally honest. But yeah, those magic bags, we've actually filmed another video yesterday with 2 more magic bags that we picked up. So yeah, let's see if it goes on wet. No. So there's been a little tiny bit just here. The smallest amount has gone on that lid just there. I don't know whether you can see it picking up. So then, everybody, I am ready to give you my conclusions for the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone color icon palette. I think this was like $1.99 or $2.99. Save your money and smear some mushy pea juice on your face, because it will have a better payoff than this crap. Don't like it at all. Let's try the browns. Maybe the brown side is going to be better. Randomly, we'll try the definer shade on a brush. Right, so let's see. I'll pick a little bit up on my finger. How is that? So that side isn't a duochrome, it is just a matte. Sorry, a satin. So okay, we'll try that on there. Oh god, that looks disgusting. That is awful. Right, that is absolutely awful. Awful. Like, genuinely, I am so surprised. I am so surprised. Genuinely surprised, because the highlighter blocks I've had really good reactions from. I've really enjoyed the highlighters. This is terrible. Terrible makeup. Like, this isn't even pound shop quality makeup. This is seriously, I think, the worst eyeshadow formula that I have tried in forever. It has fallen out everywhere on my face. It hasn't blended, so there is no gradient at all. I look like a bloody raccoon or a panda. I look like I've got black eyes. The definer shade there that actually looks like a duochrome has gone on in a couple of places and looks terrible. It looks like on my eye, it's making my eye look like, you know, when they take a microscope and they go super, super in, that is what it looks like. It looks terrible. And like, I know my head is all over the place today because obviously with Rufus going down, but like, oh my God, this is the worst eyeshadow I have possibly ever used. And I'm really surprised because I actually like their highlighter formulas. And this is a shimmer. This is a satin formula. So this should not be too dissimilar to this. This is awful. It's the Wet n Wild Color Icon in the shades Comfort Zone, which is this lovely, like in theory, you've got half of the block here is brown and half of these greens. So in theory, it is absolutely right up my alley in terms of color story. Look at that. You can see it's got the whites, the browns, the greens. Like this should be something I am absolutely all over, and it is terrible. Like genuinely terrible. Like I am actually shocked. Actually shocked. Hi Renata, I hope you are well, my darling. Oh, let's find your message on here. This is really terrible. Holland, that's a shame, Jess, you got yours, but after a long walk the assistant rolled her eyes when you said you were there. Really? Oh, tell them to go F themselves, Holland. That is terrible. Yeah, unfortunately I talk about it in one of the videos. I have had a bad experience with magic bags. I picked up one from a local health food shop. I'm taking my eyes off. I'm taking the makeup off. I can't leave that on my face. I don't think I've done that. I don't think I've taken everything off on my eyes since starting these. Oh, there's my mirror. Good Lord, I thought I brought it in. I'm looking for my... Oh, have I not got a reusable here either? Really? Lisa, you are just so sketchy. I'm going to have to use the disposable nail ones again. Oh, God, I hate doing that. Right, fine. It's fine. We'll have to use these ones. What is the point? What is the point in having those reusable, washable makeup rounds when I don't have one next to me when I'm doing my makeup? That is so stupid. Right. Okay. Have I got one in there? No, I haven't. I've just got these normal ones that I use for nail polish remover. But anyway, right. So, in conclusion, this is really terrible. This is the worst eyeshadow. I am surprised that they can even sell it. I am surprised this is even available. Like, I'm not being funny, but we have used kids makeup in the past that is better than this. We have used like Poundland eyeshadow that is better than this. I have used eyeshadow that is like years and years and years and years and years old that is better than this. This is the worst formula I have ever tried, ever. Genuinely. I am shocked. And I've tried some shit makeup in my time. Profusion. I've had, you know, some of the really cheap Technic palettes, the really cheap, you know, non-branded makeup stuff that you buy or that you get at sort of Christmas time, those ones. This is worse than that. And Wet n Wild is a company that normally is quite good. They're the ones that did the SpongeBob collab last year. That was amazing. And I wanted to buy the entire collection, couldn't get a hold of it in the UK and was gutted. So yeah, you know what? That is not good. That is not good. Yeah. You did get your refund. As far as you're concerned, it should have been cancelled. It should not have been cancelled as it was bought and paid for. It wasn't, Jess. The way that it works is that you reserve the bag And then if there aren't any available, there aren't any available, because it says on it, it is literally at the end of the day, it's surplus stock that hasn't been sold. And if there isn't any surplus stock that hasn't been sold, if you know, that day customers have been in and they've all bought all of the fresh fruit and there isn't anything to put on the reducedy, then Morrison's can't just go to the checkouts or can't just go around the store and give you stuff that is full price, because that's not going to work for them. And it is designed, the bags are designed to deal with food waste. So yeah, we had that not yesterday, day before, whenever we went to pick up the last 2 bags, we actually were we went to it, we got a bag from a pub, so that was interesting. That video is coming up. And on the same day we got a bag from Morrison's, but we were due to get a 3rd bag, I know, right, that day from, I can't remember, somewhere else. There was somewhere new, I think it might have been a co-op actually. There was somewhere new that had just appeared on, and we were like, right, okay, we know that Rufus is going to see his parents, so he needs groceries for him when he's down there, groceries for his mum and dad, like just for the first day, because obviously, or for his mum, because everything that was in the fridge got thrown, and also then stuff for me up here. So, you know, it's a bit weird because we're not just buying for 2 people, we're buying for 3, but you're effectively buying for 4, because, you know, like, am I going to just get like half a parsnip, or, you know, and he takes down the other, you know what I mean? It's a bit weird. So it's that thing, isn't it, of it's always cheaper to buy a big bag of carrots and split them than it is to buy a little bag of carrots and pay single person prices. So that's what we were doing. So anyway, yeah, it was a little bit weird, a little bit weird. Is it really muddy? I would bin that. Yeah, absolutely, it's been that one. We were hoping to give it a go either today or tomorrow, as there's a huge Morrison's near to Ian's work, so going to see if there are any boxes to pick up that tie in with him leaving work. Oh, fantastic. You had one small Wet and Wild palette and decluttered it. Was terrible. Wow, Ness. Wow. And you, Kirsty, as well. Wow. It said there was some left. It said there was so many available. What? If it said there was some left, then it wouldn't have been cancelled. It's only ever cancelled if there isn't any surplus. Yeah, their highlighters are lovely. I've got their highlighters here. They're really good, Ness. They are really good. You might need to be glued to your phone, Kirsty. My local one goes up between 6 and 9 and then sells out within minutes. Oh, I was about to say I'll check on my phone now. You can't set up notifications, so you just have to keep checking. Yeah, that's it. You do just keep checking. Hello, Renata. Oh, I think I've said hello to you twice now. I've just got your message. Got your message up? No? Got your message? No? Now? Now, yay! I clicked it 3 times. Oh gosh. Hi Renato, I hope you're well. That's finished off a crap muddy look. Yes, it has, hasn't it? What is going on with this laptop? Bear with. Everybody saying hello to Renata. I showed you what palette. You've made poor palettes work before, but that's beyond help. This is it. I am quite good at working with cheap makeup or bad makeup, but that is just terrible. Tried it with a finger, tried it with a brush, tried it with a wet brush, tried it with a sponge applicator. How else do they want us to use it? There's nothing on the back that says use it this way. Like literally nothing on the back. I mean, it just tells you where to put 1, 2, and 3. It's just horrendous, just so bad, so bad. Oh, thank you, Renato. I saw your comment. I'm going to go in and answer comments today. The cheek of them. It's boring training as well. What? Oh, train. Yes. Definitely. Anita is definitely doing her work, very hard work right now. She's not chatting to us all on a live stream on the YouTube. Right then, so let's do a cut and shut. Okay, we're doing a cut and shut. I mean, it's fine, you know, over the years. Oh god, that's far too much primer again. Why do I keep thinking it's a dimethicone one? Oh my god, look, that looks so disgusting.
Oh, yuck, 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 yuck. Right, there we go. Right, that's going to be far more primer than I actually need for what's left of my face. But let's see if we can just kind of repair the eyes. I mean, it's not as if I've concealed and powdered and everything else all over my face, is it? Do you know what? We're just going to have to take it all off. Right. Here we go. So I'm actually not going to use that concealer either, because that concealer has gone terrible. So we've got most of it off my face. So we're going to pretty much start again. The Profusion Matte palette surprised you. Okay. I've only ever seen Profusion in TK Maxx. So the only Profusion palette I've got is super old, and was super old when I got it because it was in TK Maxx. So yeah, I'm not sure. There we go. Put some more primer on my face. So I'm not actually sure what their standard formulas are like, because again, I don't know. Where do you buy Profusion from then, Ness? Where do you actually normally get it from? Is it from is it, it's not in Superdrugs, is it? So I don't know. Like, yeah, where'd you get it from? Like, where'd you get it? Right, let's have a look. So we're going to go back in with everything, and we're going to go back as if that horrendous, why am I doing it there? Okay, we're just going to do it there. As if that horrendous Wet and Wild never happened. I'm really upset about that, you know. I was thinking, I really wanted to say, because I love their highlighters so much, I really wanted to say, look, I have found an amazing quality eyeshadow palette that is super, super cheap. I was expecting to say, yay, look at this, look how good it is. And actually, it was blinking terrible. But, you know, that just goes to show, doesn't it? You never know with price points. You do get, sometimes I believe very firmly, you get what you pay for in a lot of instances. But then I've also had some amazingly, like, useful, wearable, quality makeup that has been super, super cheap. Oh, I have seen them in B&M. I have seen it in B&M, but only in gift sets. I wonder if once the Christmas stuff has all been like got rid of cheap or whatever, I wonder if they'll have it in B&M in their sort of normal collection. You know what I mean? In their normal makeup zone. I wonder. I'll have to have a look. I'll have to check it out, Ness. Thank you for that. Because I've heard a few people talk really good things about Profusion, but then again, to be honest, I've had a few people talk really good things about Wet and Wild. So, you know, you just can't tell, can you, at the end of the day? Sorry you was getting kissed. That's fine, Nanette. You go get kissed, my darling. You picked it up in June. Was it any good then, Ness? Have you tried it? Is it good? Have you got videos and things? Can we go and look at it on your channel? Oh, why did that just pop up then? Yeah, let us know, because I will absolutely try and check it out. If it's worth picking up, even on a low buy year, because I am only now testing out, like, the only makeup I'm buying, apart from the Juvia's Place order, which has come in, which I got before New Year, like, the only new makeup I intend buying this year will be things like, if I find a really good dupe, or if I find a really cheap brand that I've heard good things about, like Profusion, then it's something that I might pick up and try and get hold of, and test out on the channel. So yes, right, we're back with foundation on. Now I am not going to use that Wet and Wild concealer, because quite frankly, I don't trust the smell. Now, I know Kirsty said that yours was a bit smelly as well, but normally for me, that really does say that it is a slightly off product. So that smell to me is a warning smell that is somehow, I don't know, they might not have the right number of preservatives in, or it might just be a bit funky, but that smelled like paint. like, I'm not being funny. This L'Oreal Age Perfect that's in my Team Project pan, this is old. This is at least 2 years old, if not old. Well, it's probably 3 years old. And this is absolutely fine and hasn't smelt like that yet. You've had it over a year and it's in your project pan. Okay, that's good then. You got the mum stare. Did you notice? Right, let's have a look. So the foundation is back on. So we're not going to use a Wet n Wild palette now. I'll just have to use the I could always use this enchanted one, but to be fair, I'm a bit bored of it. Or we could always go for my favorite palette at the moment. Not my favorite, but like one of my surprise palettes at the moment, which is the James Charles Morphe, which does give us a massive amount of color options. So what do you think, everybody? Do we think we go Revolution? Hang on, let me just do this and then we'll do a quick thingy. So we're going to do, right, there we are then. So we're back to where we were. And we're going to put a little bit of the powder in, a little bit of powder just to set everything down on the concealer. I've got to say, having used the Beauty Bakery setting powder, it is so much better than this Revolution one. It really is. I mean, the Revolution one is fine. It's not the worst I've ever tried. You know, it certainly kind of does the job. But the difference between this and the Beauty Bakery one is phenomenal. It really is. It's like day and night. And I will be trying, I think, the next one to go into the Team Project pan, because I'm almost used this up. I think the next one to go in, I might put the Lacura one in, actually, because I think that is quite a good dupe, as Anita said, for the Laura Mercier. But what I might do is put in, I've got another powder that I might put in instead. I haven't decided yet, because I am filming my Project Pan update video. I am filming that in about 2 days time, so I get a 4 months wear out of everything, and then that will be going up. No, sorry, yeah, I'll be filming it on probably tomorrow or Saturday, and then it'll be going up on Monday. So that will be working out what I thought about all of my Team Project pans, what I've actually managed to get through, what I've still got, weighing everything so you can see everything, and how much use I've got out of it on a fairly standard month. I mean, I haven't worn makeup every day, but I've kind of worn it, you know, this same amount as I normally would. I've worn it sort of probably 4 or 5 days a week, I would say, which is about average for me. I mean, how about all of you? Like, what do you do makeup wise? Do you wear it every day? Like, if you're working from home like Anita, do you put a full face on every day to, you know, sit on Zoom? Or if you're out and about, do you wear a full face? I know Little Miss Budget wears a full face every day because you put your pictures up on Instagram, which I really, really love. Right then, so these are going to be the options today for the interactive part then. So seeing as we're not doing budget, we've still got a budget, because this still fits into budget month, because the James Charles palette is available back on Morphe in the sale at £20. And if you go on and sign up for the Morphe emails, you can get I think it was a 10%. Was it 10% or was it 15%? They send you like an email. They go, oh, you know, use this off your order, and you can use it on the sale prices, I think. The other trick is to put it in your cart. So sign into your account, sign up for an account on Morphe, put it into your cart, and then click out of it and leave it, and then see, because then you may well get an email that says you left this in your cart. Would you like 15% off or 20% off to seal the deal? Try that, because that might help as well. Right then, so this is a £40 palette that is currently £20. Potentially with a bit more off. That loose powder really has stuck in my throat. So there's the James Charles palette. So a £20 palette at the moment. I picked mine up. I got mine for £16, and it is a £35 palette. Morphe with, you know, him. I excuse me. I really like this color story. I think it's got everything in it that you're going to need. I have reached for this because this is literally, it lives next to me now. I reach for this a lot to do looks with, and there's a lot of options. Okay, so yeah, that's one. The other one we've got is the Makeup Revolution Forever Flawless Enchanted palette. Excuse me. So that's what that looks like, and that is the color story. So the color story on this one is very much more slightly more grungy. It was their Halloween release last year. So we've got greens, a little bit of browns, and you know, a couple of neutrals, and then sort of the purpley bluey dark blue side. So we have used this one on the stream. So then that is your options for today, and you get to choose then the palette that I am going to end up with on my face, and then we'll work out about colors. So then 1 is James Charles, 2 is Revolution. Please pop that in the chat and I will pop my little thingy on. So 1 for the James Charles with all the colors, 2 for the Revolution one just with the blues and greens, and I'm going to click this and we'll put that on my face. What have you said in the chat then? Let's have a little look-see in the chat. Everybody's saying 2. Wow, that's a big surprise. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. The second palette it is then. This is the Revolution Enchanted palette. I think this is still available. That's a real surprise. I am really surprised. Okay. So yes, the Enchanted palette is still available. It's £12 on their website, but again, do look out for deals because you can get quite a few offers. Right then, so the next choice for everybody in the chat is, do we go back to the greens and the sort of gold side? So this, hang on, where is it? So it would go like that color story there, where we've got the greens and the golds and the browns. Or do we go with this side, which is more of the, hang on, it's really hard trying to get this. There you go. Or do we go with this side, which is the blues and the purples and the grays? So 1 is greeny browny, 2 is blues and purples and grays, or some combination of all of that. Okay. So let's have a look then. So 1 is green and 2 is blues and browns and purple. Kirsty's saying the second side, so the blues and the green and the purples. Holland is saying purples. Kirsty saying purples. Miss Budget saying purples. Renata saying the green side. Nanette saying purples and blues. Okay, so it looks like we're going purples and blues then. Right then. Okay, so that means we're going to end up with probably a bit of a smoky gothy look. So we'll come back to the Wet n Wild highlighters after that then. So, and yes, Ness had a really good point. Do have a look on Amazon, because bizarrely, Revolution do seem to sell quite a few of their palettes on Amazon quite cheap. But also, if you sign up on Revolution's website, you do get their like rev points as well, which do give you like a load of discounts and free delivery and stuff like that. So that's always useful. It's actually, you only wear makeup when you create your content on Twitch. So I'm only wearing it 6 days and then give your face chance to breathe on day 7. You wear makeup more than I do, Ash. There we go. Sorry. You wear it more than I do. You're thinking Midnight Sky for inspiration. Okay, Midnight Sky. What would we do with Midnight Sky then? I would cover my face in the black, put a few white dots on it, and call it done. Which actually, hang on a second. Did I move it out of here? Did I actually tidy something away? I think I've tidied something away that I could have used. That's annoying. Anyway, right, let's, oh no, it'll be there. Aha. Kirsty, I've got all my liners over there. I've got a new white liner by Collection. Oh, Nanette said green. Sorry, everybody else said the bluey purpley side. So that's what we're going with. It was just you and Renata on your own. Right then. So we're going to go in with the shade how to do this. See, there's not a lot of color options on this. Okay, we're going to start with the shade Storm, which is this purple shade just here, and I've got a fairly, let's actually use a slightly smaller brush. Here we go. I've still got a fairly fluffy brush, and I'm not going to use an eye primer just because I want to be able to blend these. And I know from personal experience that these darker shades are super, super, super dark. So yes, let's have a little look-see then. So we're going to start with this purple shade. As you can see, already goes on super pigmented. A little bit of fallout, but we'll deal with that as it comes up. And again, you just have to bear in mind that the first places you put your product is where it's always going to be darkest, because that's where you've got most product on your brush. So then we'll just sweep that all over there. I really should have laid down more of a transition shade, actually, thinking about it, or at least a sort of buffer shade, but that's fine. I also know from having used this palette that it is a little bit finicky, to be fair, but you've just got to keep blending. So this is literally a bit like a soup maker. You just blendy, 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 blend. Keep blending, and eventually it goes away a little bit, like so, like that. So it does blend out. I don't know whether you can see the difference. Like this is super dark here, and this is a lot more blended. It does eventually blend out, but it does take a bit of time, a bit of blendy. So you just keep going backwards and forwards across the same line, across my crease line. And then I'm going to take that, let's use a bit of mirror. I'm going to take that up with my swirly swirls and just swirl that up. So I'm now blending it up and out to create kind of that slightly smoky. So we're going for a moonlit sky. So far this month you have worn makeup? Not at all. That's fantastic, Kirsty. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yes. See, I actually really enjoy my throat. I really enjoy this process of creating looks and being artsy with it. I really do. This is actually something that I really take a lot of pleasure in these days, is to actually create an eye look and to have a go and do something and try some new techniques and all of that. So I thoroughly enjoy this. And because, you know, because it's like, obviously normally, I mean, it's going to be the part of the course now, but normally Rufus is still asleep when I'm doing my eye makeup at like 10 o'clock in the morning when I've let the dogs out. So for me, it's a little bit of almost self-care time. You know, I do my skincare. I'm just dipping into that same color Storm and just deepening it up ever so slightly along the crease. But I then basically I do my skincare, I do a bit of self-care, I sit with the dogs and have a coffee, and then slowly. There's no need, Eddie. You're normally asleep. So sleep time, please. Bed. Bed. He's like, but why are you talking, Mum? Why are you talking? You wear makeup every day, Ness. Exactly. And that's, you know, both of those answers are absolutely right. So from the person who wears it every single day to the person who wears it, like hasn't worn it in a month. Like that is both perfectly valid. And I think, you know, for me, I really enjoy this process. I really enjoy sitting here and dipping into colors and seeing how they blend and testing formulas. You know, I really, really love it. I would love to do a makeup collab. I would love to do a makeup collab. Really, really would. You know, I would love to do a collab with a company, because just that creative process of creating a formula and saying, I want it to be a bit like this and a bit like that, and I want this, that, and the other. Oh my God, I would love it. Absolutely love it. So yes, that's what we need to do. We have to totally get 100%, like, everybody support this channel, get me to the point where I'm like 100,000 subbies, and then I'll do a makeup collab with Revolution. It'll be like, you know, have you got your Soph palette? Oh, a Soph palette is so 2020. Have you seen the Lisa palette? Oh my God, makeup X Lisa. Could you imagine Revolution X Lisa? Can you imagine what a palette of mine would look like? All pink and purple. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. There'd be a few greens in there. And probably a few. In fact, you know the JC palette? Imagine that, but without all the browns. That's probably what I'd go for. A very colourful palette. Anyway, right. We've got the purple down. And I actually really like the way that is blended up and blended out. It's kind of giving me a nice smoky kind of effect. I am going to go in a little bit later with the frost color from this palette. But for now, I'm going to go into Inky, which is this deep denim blue just here. It's like, it's a navy. It's a deep blue. And I'm taking it on a fairly fine, there we go. Look, if I put it above my head, you can see that. It's a fairly small blending brush. This is the Spectrum A12 brush, for those of you that have Spectrum brushes. And yeah, I really like it. So long as we all get free samples, oh my God, you'd all be my testers. Can you imagine? I'll be like, right, we're sending it out for authentic testing. Come on, Rev, let's get going. And I mean, I would love it. I would love a makeup collab. I really would. I'm putting it out into the universe now. I want a makeup collab at some point. But I'll probably go with an indie brand, you know. I mean, as much as I love Revolution, I do really adore indie brands. And that's something that I am really looking at for next year. Obviously, for the rest of this year, I don't intend buying many palettes and things and shadows. So there are some indie brands that I have looked at, in all honesty, and I've thought, oh, they look really interesting. You know, they look quite funky, or they look kind of like they're up my street in terms of values and ethics, as well as like color story and formulas. But so far, like the last indie brand that I was really impressed with was Jekka Black, in all honesty. And as you all know, I use their glow drops all the time. I use their Sculpt and oh God, what's their version called? Soften and Sculpt and Soften. Their foundation, effectively, foundation palette. I use that quite often sometimes when I'm not filming and I just want a quick one and done, where I'm not having to put a primer on and anything else, and I just buff it in with a brush and buff it out. So that's a company that I really like. I wish they would do eyeshadow like powders. I really do. I mean, that could you imagine Jekka Black, hook me up, get in touch. Eyeshadow. I will give you my experience of using this on stage, in person, in real life, on YouTube. I will give you like my entire experience. I will work my arse off with you if you wanted to come out with some eyeshadow powders, like eyeshadow pigments or something. That would be amazing. Like that would be a collab that I would adore. Oh God, could you imagine? Could you imagine like coming up with and helping a brand actually formulate, or, you know, finalize a formula for an eyeshadow product that they haven't got in their collection right now, and actually bringing it to market? That would be phenomenal. I mean, you know, there's no way I would ever get that opportunity because I am not you know, a big channel, and I probably never will be of that size. But could you imagine? I would love that. What would my dream palette be? What would the colors actually be? I think I would end up probably going with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe a 14 pan. A 14 pan, because I think that's big enough to get a lot of colors in, or maybe a 12 pan. No, I would do a 14 pan, and I would do 2 versions of the same palette, a light and a dark. And the light version would be for people with my skin tone and up to sort of more tanned, more medium skin tones. And or it would be called, I wouldn't call it light and dark. What would I call it? I would call it rich and pasty. Rich and poor. I don't know. But I would do one for pale skin tones and one for darker skin tones. So it would be the same color story, just deeper and more pigmented on the darker, on the one for darker skin than on the one for the lighter skin, because quite often they don't correlate between different skin tones. And I think that's something that I really do care passionately about. So yeah, it would be you know, the same color story, but you take a color and you deepen it down and you enhance it that way to make things work. So yeah, that's what I would do. Oh, what's in the chat? Let me go back to the chat. Sorry, I've been just waffling. Kirsty says, oh no, what's this? It's not that it's still in, what? Hang on, what's this? What's this? And it's not that it's still in a box. Oh, the makeup, because it ain't. I just can't be asked at the moment. Plus, my skin is very much not my friend. Dermatology referral has been put in to hopefully get some of the biggest cyst out with soon. Yeah, is that the thingy acne you've got, the hormonal one? Purely a combination of stress, stopping one of your meds because I shouldn't have been on it as long as I have been, and been put back on it due to the state of your skin. Wow, okie dokie. I hope that clears up soon, my darling. I really do. But dermatology should be able to sort that out. But due to hormone levels being somewhat bonkers at the moment, your cystic acne, there you go, cystic acne has really flared up, hence giving in and asking for the dermy ref as the only way to clear properly. Yeah, absolutely, my darling. So would that be isotretinoin, that one, isotretinoin. That's used a lot of time for cystic acne, isn't it? Have a look at Hayley, Hayley O, on, if you go to Beauty News, her channel on Beauty News with Kat, and then go down to Hayley's channel. In fact, if you go to my Team Project Pan video, underneath that, I think I've linked both Hayley and Kat's videos. So have a look at Hayley, have a look on her series, because she's done a whole series, because she had cystic acne. And she was on isotretinoin something, and she was on that for a year, and her skin now is flawless. But it did take a full year of like treatment. Excuse me. So yeah, have a look into that. But obviously you've got a dermatology appointment, so hopefully that will sort things. But sorry everyone, it's not COVID, it is just I'm coughing with probably stress. But yeah, I mean, you know, is it any, look how difficult it was for you to move, Kirsty. I mean, is it any wonder, in all honesty, my darling, is it any wonder at all that, you know, you haven't got a load of stress? Isotretinoin, that's the one. Isotretinoin, yes, that's the one. Can't say it, but at least I know what it is. Right, I'm now going to use the shade Enchanted, which is this purple one. As you can see, I have dug into this. I have dug into this so much. It is hard panned. It has, you know, but it is still quite nice. So I'm going to place this just over the lid, just on the mobile lid, kind of more on the center, into the inner corner. I'm not worrying too much about it being precise, because I am going to pack another one of the shimmers satins on the outside corner. So yes, there we go. So by the way, I still have not sorted out the skincare collection video giveaway. I'm going to sort that out. It's on my list. I'm going to sort that out this weekend, along with the 1500 subscriber giveaway video. I'm just gonna spend the next few weeks filming a shed load of content. I've got a shed load to edit already. Oh, excuse me, already. But I kind of figured, you know, I've now got the space. It's just me and the dogs for the next few weeks. But also, you know, like, I don't have to worry about making a whole bunch of noise during the day or at night time, because we've got slightly different sort of schedules, you know. But also, I'm going to have to start going to bed at normal time. Eddie! Eddie! You're just being... Do you want to come out? I'll let you out in a minute. I'll tell you what, this is what we'll do, right? If you have a quiet 5 minutes, that will take us to 22. If you have a quiet 7 minutes, right? Have a little snooze for 7 minutes, and then you can come up on the sofa with me. How about that? Is that a good deal? Good deal? Good deal. All right then. Yay! Good boy. Negotiations with dogs, you know what I mean? So I'm dipping into the shade Frost, which is this white shimmer just here. So this one, and I'm just going to tap this using a flat-ish packing brush, and I'm just going to tap this on the inner corner and then take it slightly up, because I think Kirsty said moonlit sky. So we're kind of have a little bit of like a little bit of the white light in the corner to represent the moon. So just in that highlight space, but also then to take it right up like so, as if it is a little bit of moon dust. Moon dust will cover you. Space boy, you're freaky now. 'Cause I wanna be free. Yes, I wanna be free. Do you like girls or boys? It's confusing these days, but moon dust will cover you, cover you. So I belong, something, we'll sing along. David Bowie. Oh, I want to listen to that now. I want to listen to some Bowie. I'm so sad he's dead. Oh, right. I'm dipping into the shade Trance, which is this blue here, this deep blue here, but it's like a shimmery, satiny. Look how gorgeous that is. Look at that. I wish it went on the eye like that, because I think that is stunning. But it is very, very pigmented, as you can see. So I'm just putting it on the outside corner and then taking it off my face with the swirly, swishy, swirly thing. And then I'm going to use a little bit of a blending brush just to kind of blend it out a little bit and move it away from that purple. But then just on that edge where those two meet, I'm going to go back in with that enchanted shade, that purple, because I love this color so much. This one, look at my finger. Look how shiny that is. Look how shiny. And we're going to tap that back over and just where the two join. Just like that. See, there we go. So along. I could sing Meatloaf. I'm a bit pissed at Meatloaf, to be fair, and Renata. I talked about it in the stream already, so I won't go on about it again. But like, he could still be with us if he just took his jab. But you know what I mean? It's so sad. But we could do a bit of Meatloaf. What do we want? I want you. I need you, but there ain't no way I'm ever gonna love you. No, don't be sad. 'Cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I want you. I need you, but there ain't no way I'm ever gonna love you. No, don't be sad. Don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. No, don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Baby, we can rock all night. I'm taking the piss now. Sorry, everyone. I almost forgot I was live streaming for a second. I was just getting into it with my down self. Getting down to it with my bad self is what I was trying to say. I love Under Pressure. I love Under Pressure. Coming down on you. No one has more. Under pressure. People on the streets. It's the terror of knowing what this world is about. Watching some good friends screaming, let me out. That's you. That's you, that is. But tomorrow takes me higher, higher, higher. Can't go that high. Oh gosh. Right, there's a little bit of fallout, but that's fine. We're just going with it. I'm using the La Cura eyeliner. I've had to add this in because my KVD one ran out. Completely ran out. Completely dried up. Paradise by the dashboard light. No, if we're going to do Meatloaf, it has to be Happy to Thee, bless my soul. I really love that rock and roll. Happy to Thee, bless my soul. I really lovely party. Love that rock and roll. Dum 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 dum. Kickstep, kickstep. Watch as Lisa slowly descends into madness without Rufus to keep her sane. Happy to Thee. I really love that rock and roll. Happy to Thee. I really love that rock and roll. What was it? He had some naive charm, but no muscle. I suppose it was a mistake splitting his brain between the two of them like that. Oh, Lisa descends into madness on a live stream. No, to be fair, right, to be absolutely honest, when it came up on my phone that he'd passed, I came in, I said to Rufus, I was like, well, that's effing great, isn't it? He's like, what? I said, 2022, I said, all of my icons, all of my musical icons that I never got to see are all snuffing it. I said, I'm so glad I got to see Tina Turner when I did. I said, because Meatloaf was on that list, Bowie was on that list, obviously Freddie would have been, but you know, I was 16 when he passed, 15 when he passed. So it was like, oh my God, all of these major stars that I've always been on my list of, if they ever come up, like, so I said to him, I said to Rufus, I said, right, if Fleetwood Mac come back to Leeds, I'm not the biggest Fleetwood fan, but I love Stevie Nicks. So if Fleetwood Mac come back to Leeds, we are going to go, right? We are going to go and see them because, like, we don't mind Fleetwood Mac, but I love Stevie Nicks' voice and I love her solo stuff. But she doesn't do a lot of solo tours now because, again, she's older. But I'm hoping, have you seen the videos? Oh my God, have you all seen the adverts that Cher has done with Mac? She looks, oh my God, she looks incredible. She looks, I mean, it's lit to buggery. There's a finish, there's a filter on the lens. There's Vaseline on the lens. She is well lit. She's got a ton of makeup on. She's got, you know, everything is pulled and plucked and tucked and clipped and everything. But she looks absolutely phenomenal. So I am hoping she comes on tour because that's the only one of like Tina and all of those that I am still like, oh, I really want to see Cher. I really, really want to see Cher. I really, really do. Like, I cannot, I just like, and it's one of those things, the minute they announce a tour, I'll be like, right, I'm not eating for the next month so that I can afford a ticket because they are like $3 billion to go and see Cher. But like Elton's still touring. I was never a major Elton fan. Adele's touring. never a major Adele fan. I saw the Scissor Sisters when they were big. I loved them. I saw Mika when he was doing the rounds. Love Mika. You know, there's a few artists that I would like. Alison Moyet. Alison Moyet. Looking from a window above, it's like a story of love. I would love to go and see her live. I've seen Boy George. Oh, I now sing better. I now do a better Boy George than Boy George. You know what I mean? Like, because his voice these days, let's just say the drink, the drugs, the bad habits that he got into did not do him any favors. They really, really didn't. But also, let's just say this eyeliner is surprisingly good. If you can get hold of one of these on the special buys, I did look. But if you can get hold of, oh, what just happened? Bit strange. But yeah, if you can get hold of one of these eyeliners from La Cura, they are very, very, very good. Very good. Thank you, Nanette. Nanette says she likes it when I sing. Oh, I still haven't done you the thing, have I? I still haven't put the video up, not the video, the song up. Maybe I'll have a look for that for what day are we on? It's Thursday, isn't it? Yeah. Oh my God, your bucket list contains but not limited to. Oh, let's have a look then. Who's on your bucket list? Because I bet you've got some that I've got. Instantly, I can see one. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Californication. It's the edge of the world and the civilization. Coburn, can you hear the screams of civilization? Far away, it's Californication. I forget the words. Tina will never tour again. She is retired. Her farewell tour was her farewell tour. Oh my God, it was so amazing. I cried and cried and cried. I literally, the show's opening and they're doing like the intro video package, and I was stood there blubbing, full on, ugly crying, snot bubble crying, like full on. And people are like, what? I'm so happy. Oh, I'm Tina. Full on, like proper snot bubble tears. You know what I mean? Absolutely. And then when she started, for the first half of the show, I was singing along through tears. My makeup was down my face. I looked like I'd just come out of a Kiss tour. Oh my God. And I didn't care because I was finally seeing Tina Turner live. Oh my God. I cried and cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. And I had the best concert of my life. Oh my God. It was amazing. But anyway, right. Well, who else have we got on here? Foo Fighters. Okay, I agree with that. Just because I like Dave Grohl, because like amazing. Aerosmith, yeah. But Chili Peppers, absolutely. Pearl Jam. I was never into Pearl Jam. Pink. Oh my God, yes, Pink. Pink. Pink is on my list. You know, you're allowed a list of celebs. Pink is on my list. I don't even like women. I've never even once looked at a woman and thought, oh, you're attractive. Like, I can see like attractive women, but I've never thought, oh, but Pink, she's got that sexual energy, hasn't she? Where whether you are gay, straight, bi, pan, whatever, you know that Pink would get you off. Like, I don't care about your sexuality, your gender, or anything else. Pink will just, hello, shall we go and do some stuff? And you know, you will have the best orgasm of your life with Pink. Absolutely. Just without fail. Like, no matter, she's just got that energy. She's got that vibe where she's like, I know what I'm doing. I know about all body parts, all of them, like regardless, like the entire anatomy. I know all the body parts, and I know which ones to tweak, which ones to press, and which ones to twist to get you into levels of ecstasy that you have never experienced before in your life. So yeah, Pink, I think, is just awesome. I watched her. There's a Netflix, is it, or Amazon video thing where she was prepping for her tour, and oh my God. I cried at that as well. I was just like, oh my God, it's so good. And I really want to see it. And like, dear Mr. President, Just she's amazing. And then she does that twirling down the curtains in your bedroom thing, because you know she'd be doing that if she was in your bedroom. She'd be hanging down your nets, you know what I mean? She'd be twirly, twirly, twirly. She's just amazing. Who else have you got on your list? Avril Lavigne, yeah. You managed to tick off Tina, Bon Jovi, Nickelback, and the Stereophonics. Yeah, the Stereophonics. Pink is definitely your girl crush, absolutely. Nickelback, I'm not hugely a fan of those. Oh my god, hang on. Oh, come on. You saw Tina at Don Valley with Lionel Richie supporting and danced so much you literally spent the next 2 weeks hardly able to move. And this was in the middle of your dance A-levels. Oops, wow, that's so cool. That is so cool. Yeah, I must say I did Proud Mary with her when she was Proud Marying, and so did the person I went with, because we used to perform it. So yeah, we did Proud Mary. We did her a good job, actually. We did a good job. Nickelback supported Bon Jovi in 2006, so a double whammy. Fantastic. Yeah, Nanette likes Bon Jovi as well. Oh yeah, without a doubt. You see, this is it. Without a doubt. Your third time seeing Bon Jovi. I haven't seen Bon Jovi themselves. I've only ever seen the tribute band that do the UK, but they are really good. So yes. Anyway, shall we do some other eyeliner? Because I've got half a bit of eyeliner on this eye. Who would be on my bucket list of bands? I would. You see, Guns N' Roses would be on my list if Axl and Slash got back together and actually sorted themselves out. I would like to see Queen with Adam Levine. That would be, just to say that I've seen, you know, it's not the same without the Fredster, but I would like to say that I've seen them. I really would. Who else would I like to see? I could say Pink Floyd. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Pink Floyd, but yeah, maybe. Of the sort of the hip popular music of the day, I would quite like to see Gaga. I think Lady Gaga is quite funky. But then a lot of the other ones are people like Amy Winehouse. I would love to have seen her in all her messy gloriness. I would love to have seen Amy Winehouse. But then there's bands like Sisters of Mercy, Pet Shop Boys, Mark Almond, Just Once More. You see, I'm really upset with Mark Almond. I'm still like, this is a grudge I'm never going to forgive him for, because I loved Mark Almond. I loved Soft Cell. They were a big part of my childhood. Like realizing who I was and that there was a subculture full of weirdos and freaks like me. I loved that. I loved hanging out with like just that whole ethos, that whole vibe of the Soft Cell and Mark Almond's vibe, like all of it. I adore. And so when I met him, I was like, can I just say, like, and I was really polite and really referential, and I said, you know, I'm really pleased to meet you, and I'm really pleased to, like, you know, just wanted to say that you've massive influence on me and that I really adore your music. And he was so aloof and so cold. I was like, oh, I don't know. He was just so, and you know, when a little piece of your heart breaks, like the little part of me that was like a 16-year-old listening to Soft Cell, going to college for the first time, living away from home for the first time, discovering myself and discovering this like 1980s German like sex bar type vibe through Mark Almond, and knowing that there is this place where alternative people are welcome, and that actually, you know, you can be a bit different and you can be on the outskirts and on the fringes and you can be accepted and you can find community and all of that, and having all of that, and then kind of just going, oh, he was just, oh, it was so sad. I was really sad. Like Boy George, I met Boy George, and he was just like, he was off his face, quite frankly. He was off his face. Bless. He came to, I probably shouldn't say that. He was he was very highly strung. You're fully trained. Yay! Anita's fully trained. Oh, talking of which, next Wednesday, I'm back at college. I go back to college to try to remember my sign, because I'm going to be learning. I can't remember learning, but I'm going to be learning to sign again for BSL. So that's going to be really interesting. So I am really looking forward to that, and hopefully it'll be better this time than it was before. But I'm doing it over the computer. I think that's computer, I don't know. But yes, I'm going to be learning sign again. How cool is that? Also, my eyes have gone very dark. They're not actually super dark, but the glitters, I'll show you again a little bit close up. The glitters are really working. Who else? Anita, what pop singer, band, rock band, all of the above, what performing artist would you like to see is on your gig list that you haven't got round to yet? Like, who's on your bucket list of gigs? Who else would I like to see? I'm going to go in with a brush with that enchanted one, the one that is the shimmer. Actually, that's completely fixed. Well, not completely, but nearly fixed the hard pan. Totally. Look at that. That's amazing. Just putting a brush over it. That's really cool. I'm just going to use this as a brow shimmer almost. So I think I would like, I'm using the enchanted one in the end. I think I would still like, so the big bands, I mean, I've seen things like Fields of the Nephilim and Sisters and Mission, and I've seen all of those bands and Bauhaus and things like that. So like all of that era, I've seen all of that ilk of sort of alternative bands. I guess, oh, I know who I would love to see, just because the little childhood me never really got to, and that would be Bros. That would be so cool if Bros were back around. Oh, Patti Smith. Okay, yeah, no, I can see that, Renata. I absolutely can see that, and why you would go for a bit of Patti Smith. Absolutely. You see, I'd quite like to see The Cure. I haven't seen them in all the goth days and all the goth bands and things. I haven't seen The Cure. I would really like to go and see Hailstorm again. She was amazing. It was such a good gig, an amazing gig. And that was just before everything locked out. Well, about a year before everything locked down, and they were planning to come back to the UK, but then didn't. So yeah, that's a shame. But yeah, I'm now just using that frost color, that white, just as a little bit of underbrow highlight as well, just to really pack it home. You'd like to see Robbie Williams? Oh, okay, yeah, take that. Maybe take that. No, it would be take that. I had the biggest crush on Mark Owen growing up. I was, you were either Robbie or Mark, or possibly Jason, but nobody liked Jason. Yeah, nobody was into Jason. Although Jason looked like my ex-boyfriend when I was growing up. He really did. He really looked like Jason. Oh my God, my brain just went. And the Argonauts. No, Lisa. Jason and the Argonauts was not in Take That. That is ridiculous. Jason. Oh my God, Voorhees. No, Jason. You would like to see Steps. Steps are still touring, and you definitely want to see ABBA, Ashley. Oh God. Steps, yeah, Steps are still touring. I've seen Steps several times. Yeah, and Steps they're a very good tour. A very good tour. Even when they did their Christmas comeback album a few years ago, me and my cousin went to see them in London. And they were very good. Very, very good. But that was in the Royal Albert Hall. So that was a sit down. You do a little bit of a boogie, but generally it's like a Christmassy, a few ballads, and then a few of their hits when they did the Light Up the World or whatever it was called, when they did that song. So yes. But yeah, Take That's a good call. I would like to see Take That with the full roster, all 5 of them again. That would be cool. But from my childhood, yeah, Bros, I would like to see. I've seen Jason Donovan in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. So like, and that was good. Kylie Minogue would be another one on my list, just because, like, I really liked Kylie growing up. I was a Stock Aitken Waterman kid, so Bros, Kylie, Jason, Craig McLaughlin, Stephen Dennis. Who else was on that label? Sunita, I think, was Stock Aitken Waterman. Nena Cherry? No, Nena Cherry wasn't. But yeah, those sort of, all of those 80s, like PWL, Stock Aitken Waterman, all of those bands and singers I would have loved. But having been part of many, many, many Pride events and things over the years, and hosted and performed at them, I'm lucky to have seen most of that era, because most of that era has at one point or another been at a Pride. So like your Hazel Deans and your, all of those sort of almost second rung pop stars from the 80s, I've seen them work with all of those numerous times, so that was always cool. Like, and things like the Cheeky Girls and Gareth Gates, and you know, work with them. Gareth Gates was lovely, actually. Gareth Gates was lovely. A lot of people said he was a bit of a knobhead, but Gareth Gates to me was always, I've met him a few times, he was always genuinely lovely bloke. And yeah, and really just a really sweet guy. Who else did I? Oh, of course, I worked with my favorite gig of all time when I performed. I performed with somebody who played the saxophone, I think it was, or an instrument, or guitar, or piano, or something, but who played on an Alison Moyet album. Yes, that was a really lovely gig. I really enjoyed that, and Holland was there because the person who played on the Alison Moyet gig was Holland's other half, which I was, and I still am completely starstruck with. That there is a song in my collection that I have listened to for decades that is on, like, that's amazing. That's amazing. I'm still starstruck, Holland. I really am. I'm like, oh my God, you worked with her. But yeah, Alison Moyet, I think would be on the list. But also people like Erasure. I love Erasure. Yeah, Fleetwood Mac or Stevie Nicks, absolutely, Nanette. I agree with that. But like Erasure, Andy Bell, bless him, he looks like he really has been ravaged through time. But he's had an amazing career, and I love Andy Bell. I've met him. I think I met him once. You would love to have seen Bowie. Yeah, I would have. Oh my God, that's the thing, isn't it? That is the thing. Like, yeah. But I don't think, like, there's nobody else really from that era. Like Iggy Pop, I wouldn't mind seeing Iggy Pop. Just again through that Bowie connection. But then some of those other bands, like, I wouldn't mind. Like, oh my God. Two bands from my childhood. I would love to see. And once this pandemic thing is a thing of the past and the big rock concerts open back up again, oh my God, they might even tour. And that is Iron Maiden. Bring your daughter to the slaughter. Let her go! Iron Maiden. And sorry, you've got to. And Metallica. Yes. Nothing else matters. Sorry to everybody wearing earphones. I had to do a scream then, just because. But yeah, Iron Maiden and Metallica. Oh my God, could you imagine Iron Maiden, Metallica, and Iron Maiden, Metallica, Guns N' Roses with a little bit of Rammstein. A little bit, like, that would be my, oh my God, that would be my ideal rock gig, I think. Possibly with, no, do I want Aerosmith in that? No, I don't. That's what I want. Oh, with Hailstorm coming in as like a modern, like with the young, for the young people. So yeah, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Yeah, Brian also worked with Earth, Wind and Fire. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, I'd love to see people in their early days. Yeah, absolutely. You were just singing I Made It with me. Oh my God. Yay! Come on, Ness. Let's get to a rock concert this year or next year or 2037, whenever we're able to, right? If we're all hooked up on estrogen tablets and anodine and ibuprofen, and we've got our heat pads for our arthritis, and we've got our, you know, what's it called, our heat rub for our knees when our knees are giving out, and we've got our walkers and our frames. Let's all go to a rock gig together. Let's book it. You saw Metallica. Good job it was an external venue, because they seriously would have blown the roof off. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, you see, I wanted to see Metallica when they did the S&M tour with the San Francisco, the San Francisco symphonic. So yeah, the band. Like, I would have loved to have seen that. Wow, Kelly's here. I Disturbed into the lineup, and you're there. Yeah, no, I could see that actually, with a bit of maybe Foo Fighters, a bit of Dave Grohl. Yeah, I mean, so far this is our fantasy. This is like, oh, what's it called? This is like fantasy Glastonbury, isn't it? This is like, or fantasy. What's the one they have in Sheffield at Donington Park every year? Oh my God, what's that? Download? Yeah, it's like fancy Download, isn't it? So who else then? So we've got Iron Maiden, Metallica, Foo Fighters, Hailstorm, a bit of Guns N' Roses, just for the legends, with some Disturbia, and possibly then a little bit of Nine Inch Nails, maybe? Do you fancy a bit of Nine Inch Nails? Or a bit of My Chemical Romance? A little bit of My Chemical Romance for the 90s emo throwback kids like me. Oh yeah, a little bit of Nine Inch Nails and a bit of My Chemical Romance. That's 7. That's 8. So that's like, that would have to be 2 different. Oh, Rob Halford. Yeah, Rob Halford from Rob Zombie. No, Rob Halford from. Oh my God! Rob Halford was the front singer of. What's Rob Zombie the front singer of? Judas Priest. Oh my God, that was hard work. That was so hard work. At Download Festival, you went maybe 6 years ago, and they had Iron Maiden, Disturbia, and Nine Inch Nails. Oh my God! Oh my God, that's amazing! Ah! Stop! Is incorporated. Stop! Oh my God! Oh my God! I want to be young and into rock again. I love my rock music, but I just want to be young. Old age gets you in the end. It's not old age, unfortunately. It's fibro. I know, right? It's my fibro brain. Anyway, we're nearly done on my eyes after the second attempt, with the first attempt being so horrendously terrible. So let's get some mascara out. You can tell I dropped this bag because this is normally really well organized. Bring your daughter to the slaughter. Right, let's do some mascara, and then I'm going to work out what I'm putting on the under of my eyes, the underneath part, and then we're going to go back to the Wet and Wild experiment and see about their highlighters. Now, they should be quite good. Right, I do have some fallout, quite a bit of fallout to be fair, but you know, we were rocking like a good one. Also, do you notice somebody's been a bit quiet recently? A little bit quiet. So that's really good. He's in his bed asleep, sleeps. So yay. Right then, what are we? Who else would we like? You'd love to see Alice Cooper. I don't know whether Alice Cooper's going to tour again, because I read something. It might have even been in the NME. It might have even been in the NME recently. So have a look online. Was it in the NME? Might have been. There was an interview with him recently saying that, you know, he thinks he's still got multiple tours in him, but it's whether or not he can get clearance, because he's not the youngest, and it's all the insurance clearance that they need to do a full tour. Basically, after the Michael Jackson thing, it's like, you know, insurance companies and all the medical clearance for worldwide gigs. And then it's like putting together the whole band and the whole rigmarole to actually go on tour again. It's a lot. But yeah, I would have loved to have seen Alice Cooper. And also, I guess, Kiss. You know, again, I was never a major. Kiss was slightly too much before my time. They really were. But yeah, thinking about it, like a Judas Priest revival, that would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing to see Rob Halford back. But also, even to see Tony Iommi. Is he dead? Did Tony Iommi die? I'm sure. Did he die? I think Tony Iommi died. Because obviously I'm thinking Sabbath, but obviously these days Ozzy is just not up for. Should we go proper hardcore on the under eyeliner? Shall we go for full on like hardcore grr? Oh, talking about this music is to cause you to want to find our boxes of CDs and rifle through them, but as they're currently somewhere in the lockup, oops. Yeah, absolutely. I am also, but Kirsty, get a I don't know what that is. Somebody's just sent a message on the Facebook, so I'm not sure who that is, but thank you, whatever that is. Why not Rob Zombie? Because I wasn't thinking Rob Zombie, I was thinking Rob Halford, and in my brain, Rob Halford is from Rob Zombie, and he isn't. He's obviously from Judas Priest, but in my brain, because of fibro, my brain goes Rob Halford because he was from Rob Zombie. No, Rob Zombie was from Rob Zombie. Rob Halford is from a whole different band and a whole different era. But yeah, I mean, Rob Zombie are okay. They're a bit too like grr rah, for my taste. Like it's a bit like, I guess I think of them almost like an early Slipknot-y type sound. And Slipknot were never my thing. They were just too grr for my taste. You know, I like even Iron Maiden, like even screaming, I like a bit of, I like my metal to be more on the side of like not thrash and not death, if that makes sense. Like thrash metal, death metal is a little bit too grr for my taste. Yeah, especially these days. I'm just too old. Oh, I'm going into the shade Sable, which is the black eyeshadow, and we're just going to smudge it out, and then we're going to go fairly thick with it as we go along. So we're just going to like apply it and then thicken it up a little bit. Oh, you're imagining your own. Right, hang on, Holland. You're sitting here quietly imagining your own jazz, soul, blues festival. None of you lot would come, but that's okay. It depends, because if you were to put in bands like Jethro Tull, which is more folk, then absolutely. But Soul to Soul, I would be there because I love Soul to Soul. If there were singers there, I mean, like, oh my God, if you were talking about like Ella Fitzgerald and who else would I like from that sort of bluesy, that sort of jazz era? I don't know a lot, actually. I don't know a lot of that sort of, especially modern music. I don't know a lot of bands or performers in that sort of genre, unfortunately. Got some fallout, got some major fallout. Oh, But no, I quite like a bit of jazz and blues. I would go. I absolutely would. I love a bit of everything. Absolutely. Same here, Kelly. Yeah, some Ella Fitzgerald. Oh my God, some Billy Billy Piper. No, no brain. Not Billy Piper. Billy. Oh my God, I can just see Billy Piper. No. Oh, Billy. Come on, brain. I can see her so clearly. Not Billy Idol. ADHD, fibro brain. Billie Holiday. Oh, Jesus Christ. How? Yes. But like Jennifer Holiday, is that what I'm thinking of? Jennifer Holiday, who was in Jennifer. Oh my God, she was in Dreamgirls with Beyonce, and she's gone on to do a lot of bluesy stuff. But I tell you what, Alison Moyet's blues and sort of folk albums, that sounds that she did, oh my God, amazing. Amazing. But I really do like one of my favorite bands of all time was Soul to Soul. Like that back to like modern soul sort of sound. Oh my God, love it. Yeah, Billie Holiday, good Lord. Hang on. How could I have forgotten? How could I have forgotten that name? My brain literally went, Billie Piper. And then I was stuck. And all I was here, I could see Billie Holiday's face on an album cover. And in my head, over the top of that was Because I Like It. Because I like that what was the song? Something like something your girlfriend, because we like it. Billie Piper, yay! That one. Yeah, so that was funny. That was funny. He has tour dates up this year. Oh, maybe it's when he said that it was maybe this is his last tour then. Maybe this is his last tour. No, it can't be. Wow, maybe. Might have to have a little look at that. I wonder who he'll have. I wonder who he'll have as a support act. Whether he'll go for like another classic band of the era, or whether he'll go like super modern. I wonder what he'll choose. That'd be really interesting in and of itself, wouldn't it? Don't like a lot of the music these days. The music nowadays, especially jazz and in the blues. Okay. I will have a look on his official website. Absolutely, yeah, I will. You saw the original production of Dreamgirls on Broadway. Oh my God, we are dream girls, dreams alone. I'm not singing. Definitely not thinking in my head, what is that song that they all do from Dreamgirls? You know, the big show stopping number. And I am telling you, I'm not going. I've ever known. No, no way. No way. I'm living without you. I'm not living without you. Wanna be free. I'm staying. And you, you're gonna love me. Yeah. You're gonna love me. all of that, all of that. Oh my God, I want to watch Dreamgirls now as well. So now I need to go into the now I need to go into SoundCloud or Netflix or whatever it is, or Amazon Prime, because they've got a lot of music on Amazon Prime. And I need to find, not only do I need to find like Donington from 2006 or whatever it was, and also like some good old fashioned Iron Maiden like gigs and that from back in the day, but I also need to go on, because you know it's so similar, and watch Dreamgirls again. I'm your dream girls, dreams will always, no, like all of that, and that is pretty much my eclectic musical taste. Like, I must say though, all right, okay, so everybody, question for you. You have one CD, one album, right? That you are, the world is going into like some dystopian, horrendous future, which we know. But right, you have one album that you are allowed to listen to, and it is your only album that you can play whenever you want, right? So it's your getting up in the morning album, it's your jiggy 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 with it album, it's all of the above, right? What would that album be? What would you, if you could only pick one album to listen to, and you're not allowed to pick a compilation, right? So no, that's what I call music, that's what I call rock hits 57. No, like greatest hits of. What would your album be that you could listen to on pretty much permanent repeat? Pretty well, not on permanent repeat, but you know what I mean, that you could listen to for the rest of your days. What would that album be? Go, let's have a look. So you've got Stevie Wonder's Songs in the Key of Life. Okay, that's interesting. I'm going to put the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter. This is the rose gold bar. I like this one. I've used this one before. Aha, hunting high and low. Take on me, take on me, take on me, I'll be good, for we come. I have no falsetto voice anymore. I have no falsetto voice. I used to be able to get to that note. Why am I using an eyeshadow brush for highlighter? What the hell are you doing, Lisa, you daft bitch? God, you've got a lovely, perfect highlighting brush. Where is it? Where's the highlighting brush? There we go. Highlighting brush. Why was I using an eyeshadow brush for highlighting? Also, because of the black bristles, you can see. You can see. Say again. You know what interesting means when you say it. No, not at all. I like Stevie Wonder. I don't remember Songs in the Key of Life. I don't remember enough of the tracks on that album to have an opinion either way, but I do like Stevie Wonder. That's somebody else I would like to see. Richard Wagner, Der Ring des Nibelungen Thielemann. Absolutely, Renata. That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. You see, oh my God, would I actually pick a Jethro Tull album? Would I actually pick the one that Bure was on? Oh, possibly. Oh, Appetite for Destruction. Oh, Black Album. S&M Black Album. Or just Black Album. Oh my God, no, it would be Metallica Black Album. Some Girls Wander by Mistake. Oh, Appetite for Destruction. Oh, I could listen to that forever. Oh, Queen. Oh no, not the Flash Gordon Queen song, Queen album. What would mine be? What about, no, maybe not like a Bowie greatest hits, yes. Oh, War of the Worlds. the double album Jeff Wayne. It would probably be that. It would probably be War of the Worlds. Bum, 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 ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Probably War of the Worlds. Or Pink Floyd, Comfortably Numb. Oh, definitely not The Wall. It's not one of my favourites. No. I like Stevie Wonder. I like what he's done for music. I like what he's done for black performers in the States. I think he is an amazing, like, an inspirational icon. I really, really do. But I don't know enough about like his like particular albums and things to really say Holland. Right, there we go. We're picking up the highlighter now. This highlighter is really good. Oh, right. Out of those choices then, what would my album be? So, Appetite for Destruction, Black Album, War of the Worlds, Pink Floyd, Comfortably Numb, probably Comfortably Numb. Yeah, Comfortably Numb. Or Dark Side. No, Dark Side is what I'm thinking of. Comfortably Numb. It's bloody song. Yeah, I was thinking of Dark Side. It's my brain. I was thinking of Dark Side of the Moon. I wasn't thinking of I wasn't even thinking of Comfortably Numb. I was thinking not The Wall. I was thinking the other album that everybody always goes, oh, it's that one. And for some reason, I got it confused with Comfortably Numb. Partly because I was listening to the Scissor Sisters version of that the other day. Surprisingly good, actually. I keep forgetting how much I liked Scissor Sisters back in the day. They wouldn't be on my list, though. Alice in My Home Time. Homewood, Home Time, Homebound. That was a bluesy jazz album thing that she did, folk songy album. That was really good. Or Alice in My Voices. That was a really good. Or Voice or Voices. That was a really good album as well. Oh no, but I think it would be my top three that I could listen to all the way through on repeat forever, if that was the only music I was allowed, would be Dark Side of the Moon, Metallica, Black Album, and I don't want to say Guns N' Roses, but it probably would be. It probably, in all honesty, it absolutely would be Appetite for Destruction. Oh my God. Well, that tells you a lot about my musical taste, doesn't it? Appetite for Destruction. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. Yeah, it would. It'll be those three. And if I could only choose one of them, it would be Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds. Oh, closely followed by Metallica, because I think Metallica, and if War of the Worlds isn't allowed because it's a double album, then it would be Metallica, then Appetite. But probably, wow, I forgot how white that is. Look at that. That is bonkers. But yeah, probably War of the Worlds on top of anything else, and then Metallica. Just because Black Album, like either version of the Black Album, the one they did with the San Francisco Philharmonic or Symphonic, or the one that they did, the original Black Album, either version, either of that, I would love. Yeah, that would be mine. Right then. Bit of highlighter on the face. So we are wrapping up now. See, the highlighters are fantastic. And then we're going to use the color icon. This apparently is a blush, but it looks like that. I mean, it's fine. We'll try it as a blush. Try it with the blush brush that I'm using now from Aldi. We're going to put a lot on the brush, as you can see, and then we're going to tap all that off. Because, well, in fact, that's all come off. So there we go. We'll tap it into the brush like that. Tap it down into the brush. There you are. Tappy, tappy, tappy. So the blush is in the brush now. It's not too pigmented on there. Your choice is over 16 album long. Double albums are allowed. Right, in that case, definitely Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds would be the one that I would listen to above all else. Or would it be Metallica? See, Metallica's got enough of a range from ballady things like Nothing Else Matters all the way through to sort of like Enter Sandman, that it would be, you could play different tracks depending on what your mood was, so that would work. And in terms of, but then again, you could also say that about War of the Worlds. Like both of those have quite a bit of range. No, he's not there. No, he's not there. What was it? Oh God, what's the ship? Thunderchild. Yeah, there goes Thunderchild. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. We could build a whole new world underground. There's miles of sewers washed clean by the rains now. Oh, I love that innocence. I love that innocence. This blush is not building up at all. I'm going in quite ham now. Look at this. Look, it's nothing. Maybe it's the brush. Maybe the brush is absorbing too much. Right, so we'll use my old blusher brush, or the one that needs cleaning. That's not staining on there. It's red because of it's a super dry brush, and that's just the way that they came. But it does need cleaning because this is supposed to be like a white, and it's actually now like a bit discolored on the brush, on the bristles. But there's a lot on there now. Can you see anything? Because I can't see. Look. And there's a lot picking up. Oh, it's starting to build there now. Look, starting to. But that's like 5 applications at a full, like, dipping in amount of blusher. That's a lot. I mean, Jesus, if this was in my team project pan, you'd go through this just in a week. Also, it is slightly more of a bronzy kind of color. Yeah, so this also I would not recommend. Or would I? Yeah, no, I think Metallica. Oh, War of the Worlds. Yeah, no, it would be Metallica. It genuinely would be Metallica. The Black. I know, right? I know. Oh, you're into rock. Oh, you like Black Album. Oh, it's so basic. I am a basic bitch when it comes to my albums, because that was a lot of my influence, was sort of very, very basic. Like, we didn't have a lot of money growing up for like many songs and albums and things. And by the time I was getting into alternative music, a lot of these stuff was a bit more expensive, to be honest. So yeah, but yeah, definitely it would be, or would it be War of the Worlds? I don't know. I think for versatility, it would be War of the Worlds. And I think for pure nostalgic throwback, happy feelings, and also some incredibly sad feelings, because Nothing Else Matters was a friend's funeral song when he was 20. He actually was he was studying and had basically disappeared from the alternative scene and had disappeared from everything because he was at uni and he'd been studying, and he was dating a friend of mine, and like we hadn't seen either of them. And then all of a sudden, like as soon as these exams were done, it was like, yay, Mark's coming back and we're going to go out. And he literally everybody was planning to see them. and there was this massive party planned, and they went to Asda or somewhere to go and get the alcohol for a big party. He got out the car and he fell over, literally got out the car and dropped down on the floor. And by the time he had hit the floor, he was dead. He had a brain aneurysm. And it was the saddest thing ever. And then when he passed, like all of his friends and his magical friends and his witchy friends, all of us, we held a massive wake and a big party in his honor down at Wyrd, which was there was a clearing in the Wyrd. It was a ceremonial place for us anyway. And we had a massive wake, and we sent him off from our perspective on his journey. And Nothing Else Matters was his song. And so it was played at his funeral, and it was also played like every time it was played in one of the clubs, it was, you know, a reference to Mark. And so, yeah, to this day, that's still like, I still blub all the time for that song. But there's so many good tracks on that lift you up and like get you rocking. And also, so I would get the full range of emotions on that. War of the Worlds, not so much. It's not as emotional for me. You know, there is more of a, oh, I didn't use the liquid highlighter. Shall we go full on glam rock kind of goddess with the hello halo? And I've got another one of these somewhere as well. I do have another one. I got a rosy gold one because I quite like this. It's a big fat doe foot, like a super fat doe foot, like a concealer doe foot. Metallica Black Album would be a good call. Means a lot to you, as was the CD on in the car on the way to the hospital. To have Matthew, now then, War of the Worlds is also a damn fine call, isn't it? You see, this is it. What would you, if you had to pick between those two, what would you pick? Look at that. Look at the highlighting on that. Look at that. There you are. Look, there is the doe foot for the Wet and Wild. It's the hello halo. And it also, like when you push it in, it goes whoop. Oh, it's not going to do it now. I broke the seal. Oh, look at that. Glowy, glowy, glowy. Glowy, glowy highlight. Look at that. Boink, boink. Pew, pew, pew. Beaming for the gods. Beaming for the gods. Loving that. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Well, today I'm going to have to film something on the Witchy channel, aren't I? Because look at how dark and gothy we've gone on the makeup today. A little bit more highlighter. Where do we want a bit more highlighter? Anywhere else? On the Cupid's bow. Yeah, the blush got there in the end, Kirsty. It did get there in the end, but I had to build up like several layers. So that was interesting. And then what colour lipstick? I bet this is going to be a neutral nude bitch lipstick, isn't it? What is it? Oh. Okay, that's what we're going with today. Right. My lips are crusty as hell. Maybe it's because I've got multiple layers of makeup on them from earlier. So, yeah, I definitely think it would be Metallica. That's what I think. If I could only listen to one album for the rest of my life, it would be Metallica. Well, this obviously isn't going to be the lipstick I keep wearing, but it feels fine. It's a Wet and Wild lippy. It's in the shade, no chance in hell of reading that. So yeah, it's in whatever that shade is. And yeah, to be honest with you, I think it looks fine. I think it looks fine. It doesn't look spectacular, but I do think it just looks fine. Which, you know, what is it? Deigned by faint praise or something is the term. You know, killed by faint praise. I think, you know, fine is not a good option when it comes to lippies. So then let's have a look at the Wet and Wild stuff that I've used today. The palette, absolute no. That's going that'll go in the absolute horrendous pile. The two highlighters, I do like these. I think they are very, very good. I think these work really, really nicely. The concealer also, that's going in the dumping pile. The liquid highlighter I do quite like, and the lippy, it's you know, I like the packaging because it's very much like the Pat McGrath packaging with the lips on, or the Charlotte Tilbury one, whichever it is that there's got the lips. I like that, but it's too nude a color and too basic a color for this particular look. But there we go, everybody. That's what we've ended up with today. There's no bronzer, so I am going to use a little bit of my, she says, there we go, a little bit of my Makeup Obsession bronzer from my Shop My Stash. No, from my Team Project pan, and I'm going to use my Aldi fluffy brush as a bronzing brush. This is phenomenal as a bronzing brush because it is so fluffy and so loose. You don't get that super pigmented bit. You know, when you first, or when I first put my bronzer on, invariably it's here, isn't it? And normally you go bonk and it just ends up like a big brown smudge. You don't get that so much with this brush because it is so fluffy and so light. Like, look, it just builds up. It just builds up really naturally. So thank you to Ness from Little Miss Budget for actually saying about these Aldi brushes, because they are for $4.99 for the full set. It is worth picking up just to add this in as a nice fine powder bronzing brush. It really is, because it is really phenomenally good at doing that job. You can see now, look compared to normally, where I normally end up with like big splodgy bits. See how well that has actually blended and gone on. It's really, really good. Like, and it's just the only difference. It's the same product. The only difference is the brush that I am using, just to bring that color back into my face a little bit. And I'm actually going to take it down here, almost like a contour, just to give it a little bit of shadow. I can't really do that too much with this bronzer because it will make me look orange, but like it works really nicely. It really does. I think it's a really fantastic bronzing brush. Right then, all that's left to do is to spray my face. Running out of that as well. I know, right? My Team Project pan is going to be, I'm having to replace everything because I've run out of everything. Not quite run out of everything, but yes, there we go. So that is today's finished look using some Wet n Wild products, but the majority on my face is the Makeup Revolution Enchanted Forever Flawless palette. I will say I've used this several times over the last few weeks, because I've put it back with this one. I'm about to film, when I film my Team Project Pan video, the Choose It, Use It or Lose It project for the palettes, that I've been using these two mainly, but I have also been using the James Charles and a few other palettes that I will talk about in that video. But a lot of that has been using these two. And I've got thoughts. I do have thoughts. So yes, there we go, everybody. That is my finished look for today. Not overly refined, like like I've not done a major wing, I've not done anything like that, but that is the finished makeup look. Let's just take the hair down. I feel like, oh, I shouldn't have done that on my neck, but there we go. I feel like we need like big 80s rock chick hair today. A bit like that, a bit like how it was on the podcast with Neil. There we go. I need like proper Stevie Nicks-y kind of wolf cut hair. I might even chop my hair, you know. I keep looking at all these TikToks of people doing a wolf cut on themselves, where they do the layers and things, and always like a shag cut, as we used to call them. I think they look really nice, but I don't know. Could you imagine Rufus comes back up next weekend and it's like, hi love, and I'm sat here and I've had to shave it all apart from like a mohawk or something because it's all gone horrendously wrong. But there you go. I know, right? Considering we had to do a cut and shut halfway through, it's actually turned out quite nice. And I do like the sort of purpley eyes, the purpley smoky eyes, where it starts off like with that deeper shade in the crease and then goes, it kind of smokes up and down. Like, I quite like that. That's quite a nice technique where, you know, that purpley shade in the middle of the shimmer, that's done a really good job of just bringing down that crease line and actually bringing it, like, taking that same sort of tone so that the colors do work from the crease up and the crease down. I think it looks reasonably good, actually. I quite like that. I do also quite like the fact that it's got that shimmer element. I don't know how much that is going to be picking up on camera. Let's see if I can add that in a little bit. There we go. So you can see it's got that shimmer, which I really like from that palette. The rest of the face products, I've got to say, the highlighters I love. I love how beaming this is. Again, I am wearing 3 different highlighters now, so I would expect it to be beaming, to be honest. The lips, they don't work with this look, but with a deeper red or a burgundy or a black or a purple or something, like, I think the lips would absolutely work. But yeah, there you are, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Sorry for the whole first hour being a complete shit show, to be honest, wasn't it? With me sorting out all of the stuff. I am going to be spending my time over the next few days editing, probably filming. I've got my eyeliner mascara collection to film, collection and declutter. There'll be a few leaving the collection from there, and all my lippies as well. That I've got to film. And then we go to the higher end and indie palettes. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a lot of decluttering on those, but I'll show you the collection. So if you want to see all of that, do make sure, if you haven't already, do what it says. Nope, down there, subscribe, ding the bell, like and comment, do all of that good stuff. Thank you very much. I will also be filming the Slimming World giveaway that we'll be running on this channel very, very soon. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to do it, because if we wait till Rufus is back, it's going to be 2 more months, probably 6 weeks at the minimum, before Rufus is back up here full time. So yeah, that's going to be interesting, but we might be able to film it on a weekend or something. But anyway, I am going to go and listen to the Black Album, followed by War of the Worlds, and probably some Appetite for Destruction, because now that is all I want to listen to. And I might even have to put on a little bit of Iron Maiden and maybe even some Megadeth. Maybe even some Megadeth from back in the day. Like, why not? Why not? You know what I mean? I can put it on a sound system, play it bloody loud, have it booming everywhere. It's not like somebody upstairs doesn't play, what is it? Peter Capaldi, not Peter Capaldi. Peter Capaldi was Doctor Who. Who's the singing Capaldi? John Capaldi, Bob Capaldi, Alex Capaldi, whoever he is, whatever the singing guy is, that Capaldi, right? We get that on a constant loop from upstairs. So they're going to get some Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter, some Megadeth, and probably God knows what else I'm going to find. Because once I go down that rock rabbit hole and that metal rabbit hole, I'll end up putting on like some death scream metal on here, some German funk, and I'll be playing, you know, like some, I don't know, Rammstein does the greatest hits of Megadeth and Slipknot or something. There'll be something like that I will find, and I'll just be like, rock on. Rock on, motherfucker! You know what I mean? Absolutely. But anyway, that has been today's stream. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, like, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, everyone, for being with me today. Lewis Capaldi, thank you. Fibro brain. Can you tell I've not slept? Can you tell I've not slept? I mean, Jesus, just look at the bags under my eyes. You can tell I've not slept. But anyway, that is it from today. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. I promise you that the next time we go live, it won't be quite as chaotic. I am thinking of doing a few bonus live streams over the weekends and things. And also check out, probably around midnight-ish on this channel, we're going to be live streaming the lo-fi music. I'm trying to work out the best ways of doing it. And the idea is, for those of you that have difficulty sleeping or difficulty relaxing, we're going to do it as a live stream. And so I probably will be behind the camera, behind the music, setting the music and doing all of that. But I probably won't be chatting too much in the comments, because the whole idea of it is that it is one you just put on in the background, and then if you're studying or if you're trying to sleep, like, it will just help you. And it will all be lo-fi music with either, I'm working on some different audio, different visuals. So the candles, we've got a fireplace, I've got some waves, I've got all different things happening. So if you see those popping up, feel free to come on, but don't expect like lots of comments and things happening, because it is just, the idea of those streams is just to help people. If you want to just chill and have some background music to help you with your alpha brainwaves and to calm yourself and all of that, that's what we're doing. And they're only going to be a maximum of an hour for those streams. And yeah, they should all be staying up on the channel. So if you want to go back and have a look at them, you can, in terms of chill out. They'll be in their own playlist eventually. I'm going to be sorting all that out. And they will be slightly different themes, and the music will change and all of that. So if that sounds interesting, then yeah, do please have a little look-see at that. So yeah, you notice that you need some black screen though, or your bedroom lights up. Okay. That's a good point. I can work on that. I can subdue all the colors and maybe just have the candle, because I know you can set YouTube to dark. So if you've got YouTube dark set, if we just have like maybe one candle flame or something like that, then that can work as well. So yeah, we're looking into it, because it's something that I struggle with, which is insomnia. And it's useful for me to have something where I can just know that there isn't going to be any adverts, there isn't going to be any like interruptions to it, and for that hour I can just close my eyes and listen to it. And normally halfway in, half an hour in, I'm asleep. So I'm basically making it for me, but I will be streaming it. I think we're going to do that, or I'm going to do that from midnight. I'm going to try and work out whether I need to live stream it or whether I can pre-record and put it up, and then I can get the benefit of sleeping, because obviously at the moment I really struggle. So yeah, I really do. What was that? Hang on. You have a great rest of the week, all. Speak to you on another live soon. Absolutely. How about then, everybody, how about this for next week? How about we officially schedule now next Thursday as the Nikki Tutorials Day. So we'll all have a play, and we can all decide, we'll do it collectively, we'll all decide what colors I'm putting on my face, and you can do it with me on that stream. Okay, so we'll do all of that together next Thursday. This is, I'm excited about this now. Next Thursday from 11, that's what we'll do. We'll all use the Nikki Tutorials palette. So if you've got it, great. If you haven't got it, and you want to still get it, I think it's still on Beauty Bay. The last time I looked, they'd reduced it to £17.45, I think, last week. I don't know. Beauty Bay, I can't keep track of what's on sale and what's not. It seems to be like every 3 hours they change what is and what isn't on offer and what the offers are. It's ridiculous. But yes, we'll do that then next week. So we will do a live stream. I will use the Nikki Tutorials palette. We'll all do our face and our skin prep, and then together we can all create the same look. But what colors we use will be down to all of you. So how about that? And then I've got to try and make it work, and you can all follow along at home, dipping in and doing hardcore looks. And then we can all, like, from that basis, once we've all had a good old play around with the colors, we can then do a collab across the entire Authentic Army, across Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, across everything. We can have all of us do various different looks, or one particular look, or one theme, depending on what we feel next week, and then we all put pictures up together of the same palette look. So yeah. Oh God, I've got a dog throwing up. Right, I've got to go. Love you all. I will see you all very soon. And as we always say, stay you, stay safe, stay authentic. And I will definitely see you next time. I've got to go because poor Elvie is being a bit poorly. But yes, I will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.